What's going on, New York Giants family? Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you watch it from. Welcome to another Giants Convo on Sundays. I'm taking over for NYG. So we're going to get into my intro, and then we're going to talk some New York Giants football. So let's get into it.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access with Big Pat Sports Talk, where you get the latest and realest Giants news and content. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Want to talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk and become an official Big Blue Crew member? Hit the join button in the description. Wanna look fly is some Big Pat Sports Talk merch? Head over to the Big Pat Sports Shop and grab you some gear. The link is in the description.
New York Giants Full Access, all Giants, all the time. All right, Giants fans. New York Giants Full Access is now live. Enjoy the show.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Hit that like and subscribe button for Unpopular Opinion Sports, Big Pat Sports Talk, and Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. G Nation Inside Sports 2 for Big Lou and Classified 3F with Joe. For Joe, thank you guys for tuning in. So we had some fireworks at training camp today. Not so much good news on the injury side and some good news on the injury side. So first thing we're going to talk about was everything. Everybody was overreacting to the Malik Neighbors injury scare today. He limped off the field. Looks like he had a little foot contusion, so it's a bruise. So they shut him down for the rest of practice. And you had people like Wesley Steinberg on Twitter, which I believe is a troll account, saying that the Giants season is over because Malik Neighbors got hurt. But Malik Neighbors is doing just fine. Tudo, what's going on, Tudo? And looks like it was just a foot bruise. He might have got stepped on catching that touchdown pass that he caught from DJ today. But, Coach, there's some more injury news, and there's some good injury news for the offensive line. Looks like JMS and Evan Neal are coming back. Evan Neal was activated off the pup. It showed a little clip of him moving around. He's still moving a little gingerly, but got that ankle retaped, and he looked like he's doing individual work on the sidelines, him and JMS, and they should be ready here pretty soon, according to reports. So what's going on, Coach? What do you think about that? But before you say that, let me get to the chat real quick. Iman Perry says, hey, here we go, in my Dak Prescott voice. Darren Gordon, he said, it's football, guys get injured. Seems to be an ankle, but he'll be okay. He's young. True. NYT, thank you for tuning in, man. Salute to you as well. 40 Luck. He says it didn't look bad. Just shut him down to week 1. No, it didn't look bad. He'll be playing in the next preseason game. It was not bad at all. It was just the end of practice. It was like, well, we're not going to risk him doing anything further. It's just the end of practice, so we'll sit him down. NYG in the building. Thank you for letting me take over the show for today. NYG may pop up for you guys. He's in the airport transit trying to get back home, but still getting the show done for you guys, man. That's commitment. Zach Attack, what's going on? Vinny G, what's going on, Vinny G? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well with you. Tudo, What's going on, Tudo? Hey, Drew Reviews. Hey, this is my guy off Twitter, man. This is the guy who actually gives me some of the things that I do as content-wise. He want me to put out for you guys, man. Definitely appreciate you, Drew. Man, keep doing your thing. Wells, what's going on, Wells? Let's see who else came in. Jay Ferries, what's going on, Jay Ferries? Thank you for tuning in. But Coach, tell us what you think about the offensive line getting some reinforcements today, and what do you think JMS and Evan Neal is going to bring to the table going into the latter part of training camp?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, it's always a good thing to have, offensive linemen in practice. Whether you like them or not, they're still bodies. They're still good players. They're still talented. JMS, of course, is our starting center. We need him, so this way we can start developing a level of continuity. What are you going to do with Neal? Is he competing for the starting spot, or is he just going to be regulated to the backup? But you need them to come in and to work and to compete. First and foremost, competition always helps elevate play. And it doesn't matter if they're coming from the bench to compete with starters, or they're starters and you have bench guys competing with them. So if JMS can, his shoulders, if they're all right, I think he should continue to develop his game into becoming a better center. It's just still going to take some time. And again, he gets familiar with the guards who are on either side of him, because that's most important. And then, of course, with Neal, we got to test the ankle. We got to see what's going on. Hopefully he has knocked off some weight. I've been stressing it. Him losing weight would go a long way to improving his play and allowing him to handle quicker defensive linemen. So, so we'll see, and, whatever the coaches decide, I'm rocking with it. But, I do like the fact that you have the bodies in camp. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true. Hey, look, we need all the bodies we can on the offensive line for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The offensive line has definitely got to get better. Although they showed a pretty good showing in that first preseason game, I will say the pockets look better than they have than the past 10 years, man. And it's been pretty cool, man. We'll see what Evan Neal has. He has been told that he will not be guaranteed the right tackle position. He will have to win that out over light-skinned Jermaine. And to be honest, I don't think that's a possibility this year unless he just comes in and just shows completely out. For now, he will be a first-round pick at a swing tackle position. And it's very good to have just in case an injury happens, he could come in, and maybe that's how he gets his job back. I don't know. But I do know it's a good thing that he's back practicing, because if he turns out to be what we want him to be, this offensive line will be very, very good in the future with two bookend tackles like Evan Neal and Andrew Thomas. But we'll see going forward. Now, JMS, we need him most definitely, because it seems like they don't have any faith in our backup centers because they keep having Van Rotten playing center until he gets back. So we're definitely going to need him to come in and step up and be that center for us. Now, Coach, you've always talked about the center position, how it's one of the most important positions on the team, not just the offensive line, the team. So explain to the chat exactly what you mean by that, and do you believe JMS can turn into a very good center for us?
In terms of what the center does, first things first, he comes out, he identifies what type of front the defense is playing in, whether it's in an even front or an odd front, whether it's a 4 front, whether it's a 3 front, a 5 front, a 6 front, but he'll identify that. He'll then identify with the quarterback who on the second level they're responsible for, with the linebackers. They'll say, 51 is the Mike. That just lets the offensive line and the quarterback know they're responsible for them. Also the running back, if they send the other linebacker because the offensive line is keyed in on that other linebacker. That running back will be responsible for that other linebacker if he blitzes, unless he's going out in the pass, of course. He calls the line slide. In other words, do you slide going to your left? Do you slide going to your right? Do you split the slide? In other words, you slide 3 linemen going one way with the other 2 staying, or slide in the opposite way. You know, he does a lot in terms of calling that, identifying blitzes. You know, if he can see that, you know, especially within the framework of the line. If it's on the outside, usually your tackles and your quarterback will identify that. But when he gets the information, he makes the calls on how to block. And that's the bottom line. You know, whether you're going to do big on big, you know, whether, you know, offensive linemen are blocking defensive linemen and their linebacker, or whether they're, you know, going to go to a zone blocking scheme sometimes. You know, sometimes they have to call off, you know, certain type of blocking assignments. He has to check it and go to something else. So the center really determines how you are going to block, and that allows everyone else to do their job. If the offensive line can't block, no one can do their job. Period. Case closed. Now,
Right.
as far as JMS, he has the skills to do it. You know, so he just has to develop. He has to be confident in his game, but he does have the skill set to be able to do it. Does he have to get a little bit stronger to handle big body nose guards? Yes. You know, and that comes with time. You know, but I do believe he has the tools and the skill set to be a very good center in this league.
Yeah, I believe that as well, Coach. We actually need him a whole lot more than what people think, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he cannot get that down, this could cause turmoil amongst the offensive line. Even though we have some veterans on the offensive line now that I truly believe are very good players.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to need JMS to call out some of those line schemes, and we're going to need JMS to be able to pick those stunts that people are going to stun against us a whole lot this year, because I do believe this year they won't just be able to pin their ears back and just go straight forward at us. So they're going to do a lot of stunts. So he's going to have to know which guard to help out on. Nick Gates was actually pretty good at that when he was at center, like helping out the guard position, knocking some people off the kilter and allowing the offensive line up the middle to be, you know, when you have people, when your guard needs help,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody's getting pushed to the inside, and he recognizes that guy's beating him to the inside, and then he helps out and pushes him back. If we can get that pocket to be clean for Daniel Jones this year, I don't care what nobody says. I think Daniel Jones puts up some very good numbers for us. I just think that's a very good thing for us to have. And man, you guys are coming in the chat like crazy. Thanks, Drew. You know I got you, bro. I'm not like that. If you send me something that you want me to make a video about, you know I got you. Darren Gordon, he said it's time for Neil to show and prove, or he might be working in a burger joint. But I ain't gonna never let that man calm that down. Chris Ram, thank you for tuning in. NYG says, what's good to all you guys, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in. The dedication he has, man, on a flight. He still got to show out to you guys. Ain't no problem for us pinching in, man. That's what you got soldiers for. If you ain't got soldiers, why you got soldiers if you can't use them?
Mm-hmm.
Game and guard, he says, probably be best to trade Neil mid-season. You don't know if he's showing progression. It'd be kind of foolish to trade him, but we'll see. Heavyweight champion of the world. Woo! What's going on? Timothy, he says, will Evan Neal stay healthy all year and bounce back this season? That's what we're hoping, man. I'm hoping he bounces back. Mm-hmm. Game and God, it says if we could get a second or a third out of it, because I feel like the Giants are done with him long term. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Nathan, thank you for tuning in. Nate, he says more bodies to throw at the offensive line is a big plus. It's starting to show upside, especially for our running back committee. Playing looked really good in the preseason game 1 versus the Lions. Yes, it did, man. And we're gonna speak about that in a second. Man Cave, what's going on, Man Cave? He said, "Yo, what's good, fellas? Smash that like button and subscribe button and share on all social media platforms. Appreciate
Check your link, Man Cave. I sent you the link.
it." NYG says Evan Neal's apparently willing to play guard now. If so, that's a huge game for us if he's willing to play guard. That's a huge game because he could be that guy that could slide in right behind Van Rotten after this season if they decide not to bring him back. Hey, Devin Elam, thank you for tuning in. He says hit that like button. Definitely. Gaming God says, Wade, we have no running backs that can pass protect either. All these guys are little running backs. You'll be surprised. Some of the best pass protectors were little guys. It's really technique when it comes to that, to be honest with you. Now, there are not too many guys like Ray Lewis coming in there at the linebacker position anymore. So it's all about technique, bro. Man Cave, what's going on, Man Cave?
What's good, fellas?
What's up, Cave?
All right, the Don, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe button for us. He says our secondary is suspect. We'll see. Jay Ferry says, let's get Evan Mill on the field. I don't care about the position. Yeah. Before we trade Neal, they need to switch him to guard. NYG just reported he might be willing to switch to guard. Yeah, that's what I just said, Stephen Bloom. Welcome. He says Neal could play right guard next season. That is true. Drew says Dante Miller is who I'm mostly excited about at the running back position. I think he could be how the Ravens use Keaton Mitchell. Exactly. If you look at Keaton Mitchell on the Ravens, I don't know if you guys have looked at them. That dude is Mr. Explosion for the Ravens, man. When he gets the ball, that dude like explodes out the backfield. DG says seems like there's more positive energy about the Giants from the skeptics. They told him you going to guard. That might be true. Who knows? But Man Cave, what you think about Evan Neal coming back, brother?
Hey man, we need all the bodies we can get, man. I told you, offensive line is an injury plague position, man. So we need all the bodies we can get back, man, because it's not always going to be healthy guys. Not always going to be here, you know. And Evan Neal already been in the system, and I want to see what he could do with Carmen Priscilla helping him out for this year, you know, working out with him and stuff like that. You know, yeah, he might not be a starter, but hey, who knows? He could probably come in and be a good backup. You know what I'm saying? At one of the guard positions, probably, if he doesn't pan out at tackle. You know, because you got to see what you have, you know, before you just let him go out the door. You know what I'm saying? Just let him play a guard if he ain't playing tackle. Let's see what we got.
That's a fact.
And he can help in the run game, you know what I'm saying? If he's going to be a guard in there, you know, you just never know, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true, because if you put him at guard, he turns out to be dominant. That's a huge plus. Hey, coach put himself in a gulag. What's going on?
He put himself in the gulag, right?
Right. Yeah, you put your own self in the gulag. Hey, but people are talking about this running back position. We all know Devin Singletary is the starter, but the running back showed their behinds in the very first preseason game. Tyrone Tracy showing that he can get those tough yardage plays. Eric Gray showed some speed and showed that he's still that guy that we drafted from Oklahoma. And Turbo Miller just shows that he has a speed element that we haven't seen at the running back position and a pretty good long time since before the knee injury happened to Saquon Barkley. So, Coach, if you're there,
yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Let's put this scenario out there. We got 4 running backs. You know, Singletary is on the team. Out of Eric Gray, Turbo Miller, and Tyrone Tracy, if you had to let one go, who would it be?
It's probably going to be Turbo Miller. And it starts with the fact that the other 2 are their draft picks, first and foremost. That, you know, and unless Turbo Miller just totally outplays the other 2, he's going to be the last man. He's going to be the first man to go. And, um, you know, Eric Gray also gives you a level of physicality. He has decent speed now. We just saw that on Thursday. You know, Tracy is a young developing player, so they don't want to let him go too quickly because you know he's still developing. So you know, if you're going to let one go, if you have to let one go, it probably would, and they're all even across the board. It's going to be Miller.
Yeah, I understand that totally, man. K, what you think, bro?
I ain't letting none of them go. I'll keep all four. You know what I'm saying? But I know if
But
he had
you had to let one go.
you had to, yeah, I know if you had to let one go. Me personally, I would keep Turbo Miller. I'll put Eric Gray on the practice squad because I think he could
He
stay.
won't make it. He won't
No, he
make
won't
it.
make it.
No,
I don't
yeah,
think any of those guys make it to the practice squad.
no. I'm just saying, even if it don't, it's like, hey, I'd rather just keep Turbo Miller. He got that gear that we don't have on it. You know what I'm saying? As far as the running back position, yeah, Eric Gray. Like I said, I like Eric Gray too, but like I said, Turbo Miller just got that extra gear, man, that you can always use. And the only other thing, if he could pick up blocks too and things like that, you know, that's another thing too. You gotta look like which one could pick up the blitzes and things like that, you know. So man, I don't know too much if Eric Gray picks up blocks and things like that or Trevor Miller. You know what I'm saying? I have to see them in the game action to really, you know, see. You know what I'm saying? Like in a like a a regular season game because preseason and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a little bit of competition, but the regular season is like when you really can see like if guys really pick up on their, you know, their IQ and stuff like that, see what they, you know, can do. So I would keep Turbo Miller because of the extra gear.
Man, this question here. That's why I asked this question because this question is pretty tough, man. Because they all give you something different. You see what I'm saying? Like each guy gives you something different that is very good for your team. Turbo Miller, that speed element that he has, bro. Like if you have an offensive line that could create a hole, that dude's going to get major yardage for your team. And that's just a fact. Tyrone Tracy is a way tougher runner than I thought that he would be. And he's not undersized. I believe people call him undersized because you see it, you want him to be like a power type back. And if he was labeled a power back, yes, he would be undersized, but he's not an undersized back. And Eric Gray is showing that he has grown. Like he's shown that I don't know what it was last year. Well, really, he didn't get no reps last year. Right. So I really can't say that. He didn't get the reps last year to really show what he can do. But when he got the reps in this preseason game and they opened up a hole for him, boom, he was out of there.
The thing I like about all the backs, though, most importantly that we have, is they're decisive. They don't sit back there and dance around and, you know, trying to always look for the explosive play. Take what the defense is giving you. The offensive line is giving you a small seam, attack it, take it. You don't know what happens. You can slip through and get to the second or third level, you know, or you know what, you're going to get some yardage, something, as opposed to losing negative yardage, you know. And I understand people love Saquon, and I get it, but one of the biggest issues with him is he was always dancing around back there trying to look for the explosive play, and at times he would cause us to lose yardage and put us in bad situations. You know, when you talk to running backs, you tell them, you know, get right to your offensive lineman, and once you see that hole, attack it. You know, you don't have to always dance around looking for something. Trust your offensive line, because that's another factor that running backs have to do. They have to trust. If they trust their offensive line, they're going to say, they're going to give me the crack. That's all I need. That's all I need. I just need a little crack. And once I see that little crack, I'm attacking it. And how many times have you seen running backs, you see them go into the pile, next thing you know, they're coming out the other side, and it's a big play. So, you know, and that's something that, you know, these backs, all of them, even Turbo, with his speed, you know, Thursday we saw he's running up into the A and the B gaps. You know, he wasn't sitting there trying to bounce it outside all the time. He was, you know what, this is what they give me. This is the call. This is what I'm doing. So,
yeah, see, so that's why I asked that question, because that is tough. And this is not a shot at Saquon Barkley, all the negative Nancy. Oh, they taking a shot at Saquon Barkley after one preseason game. No, we're seeing exactly what we actually want to see out of our running backs. Like, you have to trust your offensive line, one, which I don't blame Saquon Barkley for not trusting those guys because they didn't show the ability to be trusted. But Saquon Barkley's mindset, I've only seen one running back that succeeded like that consistently with that type of attitude, and that was Barry Sanders, and he can go down as the greatest running back of all time. You know what I'm saying? I've only seen one guy that gets away with that shit, and even he, when he got the holes, bursted through there like a monster, and it was just over with. Like, you got to know when to turn on that playmaker aspect. Turn on that playmaker aspect when you get past the line of scrimmage. That's how I would want my running back to be. You know what I'm saying? Barry did it out of necessity because he couldn't trust his offensive line the way that he wanted to trust them. And he was just so great that even 10 yards down the back in the backfield, you got 5 people around, you still found a way to move side to side to side until he got his way. It's like his endurance was ridiculous. Like, this dude just ran 100 yards to get 10 yards. So it was ridiculous. I used to love watching that dude play, bro. Paul, like he was a monster, bro. Like, if you actually go back and watch Barry Sanders, it was like, wow. And Saquon Barkley is no Barry Sanders. I'm sorry. Even before the knee injury, he wasn't Barry Sanders. So you can get that out your head too. And sometimes I felt like he thought he was like Barry Sanders, and it's just not gonna happen, man. That dude. Some dudes just come around once every 100 years. But I do believe I have a little bit more faith in this running game now. Like, if we have to get some grimy yards, I do believe that each one of our running backs can do it in their own special way, which could be absolutely deadly for teams because now you got to go against 3-4 different styles. You have to game plan for like 3-4 different styles because let's say you game plan for Singletary and Tracy, but they start bringing in Turbo Miller and you ain't game plan for them and you start getting gashed. You know what I'm saying? So I think the running game this year, they're just going to run with the hot hand. Like, it's going to be Singletary, then hot hand. You know what I'm saying? So you may see every game, each running back get 2 to 3 carries. Which will add up to about 20 carries a game more than likely. So shout out to Joe. He said this, and maybe it does come true. Maybe we still go with the running game a little bit. So out of every 10 plays, there's only 6 to 7 passes. I hope it can get to that way because if so, that means we're running the ball halfway decent. And if all those guys can accumulate to, let's just say 1,400 yards rushing between all 4 of them, that would be a good thing. Let's say Singletary gets 700 yards, Tracy and Eric Gray and Turbo Miller get 800 yards together, and we have 1,500 yards rushing. That's a damn good running game. You see what I'm saying? It's not just one player. It's all players, which can be deadly to a team because you got so many people coming at you. That's why when we had Derek Ward, Brandon Jacobs, and Ahmad Bradshaw, all 3 of those guys almost get 1,000 yards. Our run game that year was deadly. Like, we ran through the Ravens that year, and the Ravens defense was known to punk people when it came to the running game, and we ran straight through them. So I just think, man, it's going to be a hard competition between those guys. And I don't see the Giants having any reason to get rid of either one of them. And that may be a very good thing. It may be a receiver that we like that won't get on the roster.
Alex.
What's going on, Alex? Somebody like maybe Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson actually showing he still got a little bit of speed left to him. Not saying he's 4.3, but he still got enough speed out there to make something happen. So we may have to let somebody like that go. Who knows? But man, Cave, how do you feel about this offense going forward? Like, what are some of the things that you like and some of the things that you don't like moving forward that you've seen so far this training camp portion of the all season?
Well, the one thing I liked is, like, from the looks of things from training camp, look like we're going to be taking shots downfield, having explosive plays, which is a good thing, which could open up the middle for our tight end like Theo Johnson or somebody to really stretch that middle of the seam and all that stuff like that. And I know I wasn't on the show when y'all was talking about like the offense was going to be more of a shotgun this year. Me personally, I actually kind of agree with it to protect Daniel Jones, you know what I'm saying, from that injury and stuff like that. So they want him from more back, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, you know, he could probably think handle play just to let that ball go or something like that. You know, but I never took it like, you know, as if like we weren't going to run the ball either, because you got 4 running backs by committee. We're going to be running the ball. And plus these, like I said, these running backs also can catch the ball too. So that's another added dimension, you know, so it could go either way and stuff like that. But I think most of that is just to let teams know, like, you know, this is the first time I'm going to be in a shotgun. Like, they don't know what to expect, you know what I'm saying, which is going to be make for a great thing for us. They don't know how we're going to attack them. So that's a great thing, you know what I'm saying? That's Brian Daboll's, I guess, is ingenuity, things like that, which is a good thing, man. We need to shake things up. I know in the past we've been more of a run-heavy team and stuff like that, but this ain't your mom and pop's New York Giants anymore, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a different feel. So that's going to be the unknown. You know, nobody going to know what's coming at them. So I'm good with that, man. And as far as the preseason game, yeah, Tommy DeVito came in there. He opened up a little bit, but Drew Lock, like I said, he can, you know, get the ball downfield and stuff like that. At least if he took some shots downfield just to show up, like, okay, you know. So it could be a game by game who we playing and how we attack them and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't want people to think like us, like, oh, we ain't doing this. Like, hey, we probably gonna do a game by game and see what the team offers, the other team, what their defense is, and how we can attack it. You know, as long as it's successful and we winning games, that's all I care about. You know, and like I said, for the running back position and the quarterback, yeah, we keep 4 running backs, 3 quarterbacks, and the place we could take from is the offensive line. Like I said, Joshua Zudu and Marcus McKeon, to me, they spots are like, you know, Slotman, they spots are like up for grabs. So we could do it. We could do take away from that part of the line. If they not that good, hey, I'd rather keep the 4 running backs and the 3 quarterbacks.
Facts. I got a clip that I want to play for you guys, and it's about Evan Neal. They said that he was humbled today. I haven't heard the clip, so I'm gonna play the clip for you guys, and we're gonna watch it together. They said he was humbled. So let's see.
I'm not old. I can't feel like I deserve it. All I want is what I do.
Are you playing catch up? Do you feel you're catching up since everybody's got a 3-week start?
I mean, that's not something that I think about, because that's not something that I can control. I can control like how I dress every day.
Evan, was part of it in the rehab process that you'd feel good one day, but then the next day it didn't feel right, and you kind of rolled that roller coaster a little bit?
It's kind of tricky, especially with it, you know, being a bone. You can't really do anything, you know, to them other than just let it heal. So, you know, some days I go out and it feels really good, and other days, you know, not as good. So, but I feel like I've been feeling as of lately, you know, just consistent enough to be able to go back out there and contribute to the team. So that's what I'm at.
What happened in the spring? It looked like you were
Yeah, I mean, like I said, in the spring, it was one of those things, like, they decided to back off me because I was having more days where it wasn't feeling well than days when it was feeling good. So they just kind of decided to back off me.
So I don't know. Yeah, the volume is low on there. Sometimes they have audio issues when they do those interviews. But basically what he was saying is that what we were talking about, it was a bone. So you can't really do anything to a bone to rehab it to get stronger. It just heals on its own. And he said during the spring he was having too many days where it wasn't feeling well. And so they was like, okay, we're going to back off the rehab a little bit and just see how much the bone is going to heal. So people's bones heal differently. Some people heal like Wolverine, and some people heal like at a normal pace. So it's unfortunate for him that his bone wasn't healing the way as fast as he would want it to. But man, it seems like he's been humbled a little bit. And I don't know, Coach, does it seem like that's a good thing or a bad thing, reading his body language in the interview if you didn't hear it?
I don't worry too much about the body language and all of that. Being humbled, sometimes we all need to be humbled, and it helps us be better people in whatever we need to do. So if he was too arrogant, then yeah, you need to be humble and you need to understand. And it also teaches you to respect the game. Any players who know me he will hear me say, respect the game, and that goes for fans too. Sometimes we got to respect the game. We look at players a little bit way too much, and we forget that they're human beings. And you know what? The opposition, whoever they're going up against, whether it's their teammates or another opponent, they're out there competing too. And sometimes you're going to get beat and you're going to get injured. And you know what? You need to take it back down a level and respect the game and respect the opposition and just work. And sometimes, as a coach said to me one time, just shut your damn mouth and go out there and play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a fact. Let's see. Here's another little clip that I want to see. Is Brian Daboll speaking about the running backs from the preseason game. Let's see what he has to say about the running backs.
And with your running backs, what did you see from those three guys? I'm talking about the main three guys that carried the ball: Tyrone, Tracy, Eric Gray, and Turbo.
Yeah, I thought they were decisive. I thought there wasn't a lot of stutter stepping. I thought they were hitting the hole with good vision. They ran in space. Gray had a nice catch there from Tommy. Was it perfect? It wasn't perfect, but there were most of the time they were going forward. They ran hard. They got their pads down. They did a nice job for the first game.
So it looks like Coach knows what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said word for word what Coach said. Coach Daboll said, he said, hey, look, they were decisive. They hit the hole. They put their pads down, and they got the yardage that they were supposed to get. So I keep trying to tell you guys, hey, look, we kind of know what we're talking about a little bit. And that just goes to show you that some of the same things that the New York Giants coaches are seeing, we're seeing. And that's a very good thing, man. And this running back position, bro, I thought the receiver room was going to have major competition.
Mm-hmm.
This running back room is going to have major competition because there's not a lot of carries to go around on this team. Like I said, if we get to 20 carries a game during this season, I will be shocked. I'm looking at more around 14 to 15 carries. And if you got 4 running backs trying to get 15 carries, that's a lot of competition because Singletary is going to get at least half of those.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, I'm going to say this, man.
Go ahead, Coach.
After what I saw on Thursday, it's in the offense for him to run. To be brutally honest, it really is. And if the running game is effective, he's going to run. He's going to go with it. Remember, we were talking about shotgun. How much did he play? How much did he play with guys on the quarterbacks under the center? He played a lot more than I anticipated. So, in that, I'll be honest, that did surprise me.
That did surprise me too.
So I'm not going to take it out. That showed me right there, point blank. If he wants to, and the team is doing it, he's going to run. Remember, the weather was not good. We talked about, concerns about, the cold weather that was a perfect example. It was rainy. It's not snow and cold. I get it. But the fact of the matter is he's showing that if we want to run the football and these guys block it up front, I'm going to run the football. I'm not going to just strictly pass the ball. So, I mean, I get you, Pat, in terms of the numbers, but if it's running and Singletary is eating, bro, and that also the other thing that does it one of the things Daniel Jones was good at his rookie year was play action, and that allows him to be a play action quarterback where you have to respect the run. So if he's coming from under center, turning it, and that's the thing. Linebackers are taught when that quarterback turns his back, you got to wait till he passes the running back to drop into pass coverage. So if he does play action that keeps the linebackers close to the line of scrimmage, you open up the intermediate to the deep levels as long as the quarterback turns around and can find them and get them the ball. So I think the running game is going to be a lot more prevalent than we initially thought. So, but they have to do it up front, and the running backs have to be decisive in their run game. Because
Right.
if not, then it's going to be it's going to be pass, 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 pass. But Thursday showed me, you know what? And it was simple. It was a very simple game plan, but that simplicity just showed me, he has it in the playbook. He has the ability to. We don't have quote unquote those big physical smash mouth running backs, but Eric Gray showed that he's going to be physical running up inside. Tracy showed that he's going to be physical running up inside. Even Miller, for his little self, showed that he's going to run up inside. So, and we know that Singletary can run up inside. So, I think, you know what? If I say he probably plays with the center, them under the center, if he does it about 15 to 20% of the game plan, it's not going to surprise me. Lou, I sent you the link.
Man, I don't know which big blue crew entertainment.
No, it didn't. No, I'm sorry, Lou. It didn't go through for some reason. It's on me. It's on me. Sorry.
I guess say I'll send it again, but
I just sent it to him. Yeah, I sent it. What it was, I didn't hit send. That's on me. I'm the dumb Lou. but go ahead, Pat. You got it.
Yeah, this comment for Born for Sports. Hit that like and subscribe button for us, Born for Sports. He says, I agree. Competition at running back room is a great thing. Bring out the best in each other. Love Tracy's skill set, and Gray looks better. However, offensive strength is the receiving room. It's sink or swim for DJ. That's a fact. Let me ask this. If you remember the offensive scheme set that we ran in 2022, which allowed Daniel Jones to be more of a playmaker that year, do you think that we should run something similar to that? Not as extreme because we didn't have receivers, but add that element back to the offense, because that elephant not added to the scheme last year. Coach, do you believe that we can add that scheme element to this team this year with Theo Johnson and Bellinger? Receiving threat out there, we can have maybe Hyatt and Neighbors on the outside, or I would even say Allen Robinson on the outside if he's on this team with Malik Neighbors in those situations.
I'll say this, man. Dable is showing me with his offense that it's adaptable. And he actually did say that when he first got here, his offense is adaptable. He's going to adjust it to whether he has a big power running back or he's going to run, and he has running backs and that's all he really is going to have to focus on, or he's going to spread it out and he's going to play to the wide receivers and the tight end. His offense adjusts to his strength. He takes advantage of what he has, and and to say that, look, he's only going to pass, that's my only thing. We're not going to pass, and we're going to run a little bit more than we thought. So, because we said, roughly about 15 times, but, 20 times a game, and remember, if you got 60 plays a game, that's a third of your game plan right there. So, but yeah, his ability to adjust with his offensive system, I really appreciate it more and more. So,
yep.
What I think we can do is for teams that are getting inside of our offensive line that is getting pressure, I think we can bring that out this year to reduce that and still have the ability to attack because of Malik Neighbors. So if we can bring that out against teams that the defensive line is, getting the better of our offensive line, because it's going to happen. It's not like this offensive line is just going to stonewall everybody. That's not the case. But if that happens, I think we can bring that out against teams this year and have I don't want to say two separate playbooks, but two separate call sheets. Like, oh, okay, you guys are on one today. All right, so let's go ahead and try to get this run game going and use our power against you, and still have a Theo Johnson as a threat, still have Neighbors out there as a threat, whether it's Hyatt or Slayton out there as a threat. Let the play action game ruin you a little bit. And then once you start getting reserves, start spreading you back out again. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're not on one as much as you was in the beginning of the game. So it is what it is. And you guys got to get off this Daniel Jones thing. He says, please, y'all, all I ask, if DJ sucks again, don't move the goalpost again. Keep him 100 this time. Nobody moved the goalpost, sir. Our most explosive game last year was with Daniel Jones, whether you want to believe it or not. And he got injured last year. It's not like he was just going out there. He was just thinking up the joint. The whole team was thinking up the joint last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to call it like it is. If the offensive line is as terrible as it was last year, what I'm going to say, it was all on DJ? No, I'm going to call it like it is. The offensive line was not blocking correctly. Or if the offensive line was blocking correctly and DJ is stinking it up, I'm going to call it like it is. DJ, you got to play better. The offensive line is giving you a pocket and you're not delivering it to open receivers. This is not a DJ or I love DJ type channel or I just hate DJ type channel. No, this is just a real channel. I'm just going to call it like it is.
Yeah.
What I see on the field, whether you like the result of it or not, is
and nothing with these guys. They act like the Giants. Every year they say the Giants have the worst talent in the league, like ranked bottom, but they always want this guy to perform like the top guys with all the best teams. It's like I don't get it. I don't seem to understand how like a player with the top offense, top team, you can't compare him to somebody whose team is the trash. They said it's like devoid of talent, no talent whatsoever. You get like one talent, they say, oh, now you're comparable with that other team, and which you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're not a complete team. We have one of the worst team, as far as like the talent level in the league. But everybody expect a miracle.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, if the offensive line is playing terrible and Joe Burrow is the quarterback, you're going to say the offensive line played terrible. Like, I don't understand where that comes from. Like, I'm steady. I don't just be like, oh, the whole team sucked but DJ. Nobody has ever done that on this panel with the Big Blue Crew. We just call it the way we see it. If the running backs weren't playing good, guess what? The running backs weren't playing good that day. Plain and simple. I don't care if it's Saquon Barkley. I wouldn't care if it was Jim Brown. If Jim Brown played terrible that day, that's what it was.
I just keep thinking, I guess if we're a good team, why we keep getting rid of GMs and coaches if we were one of the best teams in football? Good teams don't get rid of GMs and coaches like every 2 years. So that tells you something. Is like you have to get your IQ up in sports as follow and stop being a fan. You need to analyze it and break it down why things are happening the way they are. I mean, the Giants have been one of the most dysfunctional ran team for the last 10 years. And then everybody expect them to just be overnight, just like their talent level, just catch up to everybody else to the rest of the league in one season. That don't happen like that. What you're watching right now is a team building from the foundation up. They're building a house. It starts at the foundation. You got to start building it, and that's what we're doing right now. And everybody wants you to go to the top phase in less than a season. It don't work that way. It takes time, right? What you're watching right now is within the next 2-3 years, you're going to be like, man, I was there when they was rebuilding that team, and now look how they're a totally different team. We're just in the first phase of it right now.
Hey guys, I'm sending the link personally to your channel. I mean, to your Twitter handles. So I don't know if the link is not showing in the Big Blue Crew chat. So I just sent the link individually to you guys. Hopefully that remedy gives you a remedy to it. There it goes. What's going on, Lou?
Lou.
What's going on, fellas?
I don't know why the link is not shown in the Big Blue Crew chat. But yeah,
oh my gosh, so go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like he says, what if DJ is the reason the O-line isn't blocking correctly? Does anybody consider that, Coach? I know you understand what I'm saying. Bro, if that was the case, Daniel Jones wouldn't be on the field, bro. Why would you keep putting the quarterback that's and I don't know one quarterback that makes the offensive line play bad.
First of all, sorry, Pat. I'm sorry. But first of all, if DJ was the reason the O-line was blocking, they wouldn't have replaced the O-lineman. They would have replaced the quarterback.
Facts.
Right. Right.
Like,
the
make
Jets,
it make sense.
like the Jets did with Zach.
Look, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's attempting to say, that the quarterback is holding the ball too long. But every damn quarterback does that. Go look at the mighty Patrick Mahomes. There are times he holds the ball too long.
Facts. Joe Burrow even admitted it.
Tom Brady has done it. I'll go back to Joe Montana. I'll go back to Terry Bradshaw. That's
the competitive nature. You hope that your guy can get open, and you're holding, trying for him to buy time to get open so you can make your shot and deliver the kill shot. It's that competitive nature in all competitors. Man, I can hold it for one more second. He's gonna get open. He's gonna get open. There he is. That's that competitive nature.
And it's also a fact that that's a quarterback that trusts his line too. Because if he's saying I can hold the ball a little bit longer, then he's saying, hello, I trust my offensive line. Because any quarterback that gets smacked around enough, he's going to leave the pocket. He's going to leave the pocket because he's going to say, I can't sit here because I'm going to get killed. But if he's sitting in the pocket, yeah, I understand it makes the offensive lineman look good or bad, but that's just a fact of life. That's football.
And listen to this. This gets on my nerves too. Tyrod Taylor, DeVito one game and looked better on the same battle line. That was not the same offensive line, sir.
It was not.
Andrew Thomas was hurt during that time.
Right.
Daniel Jones got to play one game with Andrew Thomas.
Right.
That's not the same offensive line. And people started getting healthy and started coming back when DeVito got into the game. So that's not true.
And Saquon missed like 3 or 4 games during that time.
Like people need to stop that. And you saying that he's holding the ball way too long. That's crazy because he had the least amount of time to get the ball off.
They hold the mic way too long. We give them too much airtime. That's the issue.
So how can you hold the ball too long? But as soon as you call hike and defensive teams are in the backfield within less than a second, what are your offensive linemen doing? They're doing nothing. They wasn't even being competitive. 85 sacks last year is just like it's terrible, bro. That's unacceptable.
What in the world?
Huh?
Hey, look, I'm gonna start mute you myself.
He's doing this method, man.
Right. Got running water and everything.
Miz.
But, what's going on, Miz? Like, it's crazy to see how many people really don't care about the actual factuals. They just say things just to throw it out there.
Fucking internet.
Mm-mm.
You see those guys right there? 2024, 2025
working, man.
Champions. Those guys right there. Book it.
No, they had a
No, sir. Andrew Thomas was not there when DJ played. Andrew Thomas came back when DeVito and Tyrod Taylor were playing.
And Justin Pugh was added too because Justin Pugh wasn't there.
Yeah, Justin Pugh wasn't even there. I wish we had the call-in thing so you can call in, Gaming God, because you
no, but just ask them. So while we constantly rank like 30 something in offensive line, if you're constantly ranked on the bottom of offensive line, how can your offensive line be good or something? Your offensive line stinks. That means they're terrible.
Why do we give up 85 sacks when they came in there? We were only at 30 and they still got 50 more sacks. Is better than what we had out there. We had Azudu and Marcus McKeithen playing that tackle when Daniel Jones was playing.
And Justin Pugh was communicating with the offensive line, something like some of them other guys wasn't doing good. You know what I'm saying?
We got Phillips back. We got Bredesen back. We got Andrew Thomas back. And JMS back when they started playing. What's moving the goalpost, sir? That's a fact. All 4 of those guys came back when they started playing, sir.
Maybe he want to come on and talk about what he want to talk about.
And then we were playing the Patriots who were up there, Washington who was up there.
Teams that were tanking.
Yeah. The best team we beat that those games was the Packers. And people forget that the defense was averaging 4 fucking turnovers a game when they were playing.
What was the Saints score? We lost to the Saints like what 24-6, something like that. I mean,
yeah. When we didn't get those turnovers against the Saints, we got blew out. We got 3 against the Rams and still lost.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
can.
can hear you, man.
Fucking internet in this state sucks, bro.
Like people, like what are you talking about? Moving the goalpost.
Look who made a guest appearance to tell you that your comment makes no sense.
Where are his trousers?
Sir, trousers? You don't
Where's
wear
the comment?
trousers on your chest. You wear trousers on your pants. On your
Oh,
legs.
okay. Well, you can wear some overalls.
Just because I live in North Carolina don't mean I'm from here. We don't do overalls where I'm from. I'm from the Bronx.
You from no Cackalack, boy. Stop it now. Stop it now.
Hey, that sounded real good, Coach. You sounded like one of these dudes down there.
I got family in North Carolina. Trust me. All right.
Yeah, I got family in North Carolina too. Hell, I was living in North Carolina when I was young. They talk just like that. Now, where are you going down there, boy?
Wow. Too many people think because they're good at Madden now. They're okay.
The same offensive line, but we had 4 different starters amongst the offensive line when they were playing. But it was the same offensive line. I got you.
Yo, these guys is mad annoying, bro. I try to be cool with the space guys. You know, they like me. I went in there yesterday. I fucking exploded. Like, yo, we didn't get to the season and already. Oh, did you see that pass by Jaden? I told you we fucked up. I'm like, bro, he's throwing the ball against third stringers, my man. I can't even have arguments with people no more. They make no sense at all. It's like,
yeah, did you see JJ McCarthy? He threw 2 touchdowns. Okay, it was in the preseason.
McCarthy, look at McCarthy. That's going to get Joe Shane fired. I said I highly doubt that.
That's crazy. Everybody else's preseason matters, but ours. We do something good in the preseason. Oh, it don't matter.
I said, yo,
J-Lay.
Y'all don't appreciate Daniel Jones by watching Locke? That guy is ass.
Cheeks.
Oh, man.
If that guy comes on the field this year, my TV power off. I'm out.
You lose.
Yeah, see that lose?
The hate. It's unbelievable. The hate.
Oh my god.
He says, "Hey, Born for Sports says DJ must improve as a QB, but not all DJ fault. Both can be true. I'm on the fence with him, but I'm not blind hating. O-line 85 sacks was hot garbage and receiver core subpar. Fans have to be realistic. That's all I ask.
Nah, they don't want to. They don't want to.
Born for Sports, thank you for speaking logic, because a lot of these dudes don't get it.
Shout out to Born for Sports, man. He down on TP way the Giants.
Hey, I put the link in the chat for you, J-Lay.
Only J-Lay. Only J-Lay.
They can try to come
I just had a bad experience. I'm sorry. I guess that's what it was. I had a real bad experience.
Hey, Coach, do what I do. Listen, if I put the link in the chat and more than one person shows up, I'll leave their ass backstage. I didn't invite you.
True. That's fair. That's fair.
All day like this.
I admit it. Like I said, I learned the hard way. So, you won't be getting me like that.
Well, I'll let your ass sit backstage the whole day. You be in the green room.
It's just I don't understand it. It's like people, they played behind the same offensive line. You really think Tommy DeVito would have did what he did last year, which wasn't super great, but you really think he would have did what he did last year behind the offensive line Daniel Jones was playing with last year? Is you crazy?
With Azudu at left tackle.
Yeah, Azudu at left tackle, McKeithen at right tackle. I don't even remember who the guards in the center were.
All he has to do is go back and look at the games in the games that Tommy DeVito played. Look at the starter offensive line and linemen that play. You could go there and see for yourself who was playing.
When you literally had linemen getting 5 PFF rankings, 5, not 50, 5. That's what he was playing behind. Yeah, Michael Penix. I told people if you block for Michael Penix, he's going to be the best quarterback in the draft.
Please don't get me started on Penix. Please don't get me started on Penix. Y'all know me with Penix.
Yeah, Michael Penix is going to be nice. As long as they block for him, he's going to be good. I told people that he reads the field just like a pro already. And he was doing that in college. I've been told people that if he goes to a place where they block for him, he's going to be an absolute problem because he can deliver that ball with the best of them. Pause. Like, yeah, the Falcons will be good if they put him in there. Believe it or not, I would actually start him over Kirk Cousins because he gives you more of an explosive game.
Walking on air.
Greatest American hero. I love
Just think about it, because people like Kevin Donches, he says it's a shame we passed on Michael Penix. Now, let's just say we passed on Michael Penix and we don't get Neighbors, but we got Penix. And this offensive line shows that they can't block. Does Penix look good out there?
Nope.
Because remember, he has Drake London. They signed. I forgot who else they signed to come out there. Was it it was another good receiver they signed to come out there.
Oh, you talking about Mooney? Moody.
They signed Mooney, and they got somebody else out there that's pretty good too, besides Kyle Pitts.
Okay.
I can't remember his name. And that offensive line was ranked top last year. One of the top offensive lines ranked last year.
Yeah, and Desmond Ridder couldn't do nothing with that.
Right.
Top offensive lineman as a quarterback.
No, it wouldn't have mattered if you drafted Penix and things still didn't go amazingly well. The fans would still, cry about some other shit. Like,
What up, J-Lay?
Don't understand the process of building. Like he said earlier. In 2-3 years, you're gonna look back and realize what they did.
Yeah. J-Lay calling in live because he said he ain't getting the link. Say what up, J-Lay.
I told him I put the link in the chat for him.
I just realized, I'm not in that chat anymore. That's why it's not in there.
Oh, he's not in that chat no more. That's why.
Yeah, I had pulled. You put me back in the chat. Just put me back in the chat. That chat too. So
he just put it
right. I just put it in the regular chat.
No. I'm not in the Big Blue Crew. Remember before I had pulled myself out of all chats earlier.
Coach had pulled himself out of all the chats because he was going through something. He wanted to smack shit out somebody. If he would have told it would have been no problem. But he like to say.
I forgot to say put me back in there. That's my fault, guys.
No, I'm talking about I just put it in the regular chat form.
It's in the regular chat. It's right here now.
I did it earlier.
Tell him to go. Tell me where to tell him to go.
It's right here.
It's in the regular chat right now. If he goes in the chat,
go back to the regular chat right now. It should be there, J-Lay.
On YouTube, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, on YouTube. Lou. Yeah, in the link on YouTube.
Lou, check it out. A fresh new cut, baby.
Go to Big Pat's.
Smooth as a baby's bottom.
Yo, Lou, how I can look better than you without no hair and you got a full head of hair? Explain that.
He found it. See you in a second.
Oh my gosh, y'all was stupid. Man.
All
right. While we waiting for J-Lay, because it seems that he's not looking in the right chat to get the link.
I was having a hard time finding it too, Pat.
Pause. We're gonna listen to our offensive line coach talk about the offensive line performance. In the preseason game.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Man, what the hell?
But Dable and Shane were both pretty clear that they wanted an early 5 to gel together, and you obviously haven't had that with Schmitz out for a while, Van Roten being signed. How do you adjust to that?
I think, firstly, you're correct that you'd like to have your group, but it's the NFL. I think if you can get your top 7 or 8 working together, that's probably the best you can do in this league, no matter what injuries are a result. I would feel pretty comfortable in the fact that with Greg having a relationship with Jermaine, that can kind of cut away. And then just Greg being a veteran, he can slide in there pretty easy and kind of figure it out.
Now we're going to listen to our offensive line coach because it seems like Lou knew what he was talking about. That's the reason why Van Roten was brought in here, because he has familiarity with Jermaine Illuminor. He just admitted to that. So, Lou, talk to him.
I told people from the gate the minute that I got the phone call from my Israeli special ops over there and told me that Greg Rotten was in the building working out, I already knew what it was. I knew that we hadn't seen Neil in OTAs. We hadn't seen Neil in the sweatpants Olympics. And, I was like, okay, something's up with this. He's either still hurt, he's still hampered by that injury. If they've got Greg Van Rotten in here, that means Illuminor is going to slide over the right tackle. And since him and Van Rotten have chemistry, he'll probably be the right guard. And that's how this is going to shape up. And we called in on the Big Blue Kickoff Live, and I mentioned it, and they said that I was a little bit ahead of them, that they hadn't heard nothing yet. But seems that your boy Lou be right, man. Don't nobody be listening, but I'll be right.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, it is a little bit disappointing that we didn't have our full offensive line working together, the top 5. But he said, hey, look, the best thing you could do is have our top 7 guys work together, and you have people to fill those positions where people go down. Jay Lay, what's going on, bro?
What's up? What's going on, y'all, man? How y'all doing on this Sunday? Everybody feeling good?
Yeah,
bro.
Let's talk.
Yeah, hey, I just seen on the thing, neighbors had an injury scare or what? What happened?
Yeah, somebody stepped on his foot and people on Twitter was blowing it up.
Cut him.
Oh, Malik Neighbors is gone. Our season is over. Like, man, come on, bro.
Cut him. Whoever stepped on his foot, cut him.
Cut that bullshit. That happens all the damn time, man.
No, I'm just playing. I
know you are.
You're done.
Briggs.
Right.
Hey, Giants fan got PTSD from injury.
Shit, I'll never forget they Sterling Shepard got hurt.
Oh man, Miz went off.
And
Man, that was mid-game. Yeah.
Bro, that man was trotting. He was trotting. His whole knee exploded.
No,
the hell is you doing?
No, that was before that. It was the season before that. And Shepard, for some reason, he was just running. He just fell on the ground crying in pain. Miz was like, fuck him.
Man. Somebody shot a dart from the top level and hit him.
It was hilarious, bro. He had a phantom injury. Nobody was even near him.
Hey, no, wait, hold on. This isn't no Giant stuff, but y'all remember the dude from this is the funniest. It ain't funny when people get injured, but the most unnecessary, funniest injury is when it was like a defensive lineman from the Titans, like a few years back. He got a sack and then jumped up in the air and did that.
No, you talking about Steve
and then his knee popped.
Yeah, you talking about Steven Tulloch when he was playing for the Lions. And he did the Wolverine celebration and he tore his whole knee. That shit was hilarious. That was almost like Martin Gramatica celebrating after a field goal and he tore his ACL. That was hilarious.
Idiot. Act like you've been there. That's what my coach always used to tell me. Act like you've been there.
That's why Barry Sanders always didn't celebrate. Just go give the football to the referee. And then go right to the sideline.
Shook the referee's hand and trotted off. Man, it's a lot of Anthony Davis syndrome, though, man, because Anthony Davis went to the scorer's table and fell out and held his knee. Like, what happened?
We watched that video. We was laughing. You rewound that shit about 40.
Man, that shit had me in tears. That dude literally went to the scorer's table and just fell over. And everybody was looking like, what the hell happened?
Hey, but
Anthony Davis is Mr. Glass, nigga.
I know I probably missed a whole bunch of what y'all was talking about, but I was happy with how the Giants played. I mean, not just the score, because the score don't really matter, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to preseason.
Offensive line.
Yeah, bro, you see that pocket? You see that, you know what I'm saying, how when they was moving, they was all moving in unison. Like, they were all... They looked like a unit. They looked like They looked like a team, like a fucking offensive line.
Right.
That shit was cool. And people talking about, Jane Daniels did this or McCarthy did this. Do y'all not remember that Jamar Chase dropped every ball in preseason?
Facts. Dropped every ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you if Malik Neighbors would have went out there and dropped every ball, they'd be like, oh, he's a bust. He's a bust. And then when the season comes, this motherfucker's mossing people. Oh, then they got some other excuse. My things with Giants fans is I don't understand. I don't really pay attention to other people's teams and their fan base, but why are the Giants seem like they're looking for like the bad, like they're looking for something.
Because a lot of them,
they're like a disgruntled baby mama.
A lot of them made a crazy take. They were banking on DJ not being here and this and that, and they were wrong. So now they got to stick to their guns and hope that they eventually turn out right.
But so what if you're wrong though?
They can to try to fit their narrative. It's almost like the theory of evolution. They try to disprove God so much, they try to pull shit from, oh yes, this evolved and that evolved and that.
But that's what I'm saying. So what if you're wrong? You're going to be wrong again. And
they are wrong.
I know, but I'm saying, but like, I don't understand why they care so much that they're wrong. Be like, oh, I was wrong. This worked out for the better. Good. Like instead of. Because people just want to complain about some shit, man.
Because pride coming before the fall.
They just hate him, bro. They just hate him.
Yeah, that's just crazy. We look good though, man. That running game, that dude Turbo Miller, man, is gonna be a problem.
I think he's gonna be a beast, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem.
You know what? He kind of reminds me of Ahmad Bradshaw.
Yeah, just not as big. Like Ahmad Bradshaw was a little bit more
same type of running style.
Yeah. Because once Ahmad Bradshaw, once he got through that little second level, boy, most of the time he was gone.
He was gone.
Yeah.
And that little dude Turbo, man, he looked like he was in fast forward. Like right when he got past that second, that motherfucker looked like the camera crew just said.
Well, speaking of that, the running backs coach actually talked about Turbo Miller a little bit. Let's get to that real quick. Yeah, Turbo Miller is nice, man. I like him.
Ricochet Rabbit.
Acting out of him throughout camp.
He's had a very, very productive camp. The trait that he has that others in the room don't necessarily have is the just pure speed, the Tesla start, so to speak. He can get from 0 to 80 just like that.
Yeah, I mean, his speed is shown. Like he does have a different speed element than the other guys on this team. And Parks, I actually agree with you here. I think Eric Gray reminds me of Bradshaw more than what Turbo Miller does as far as the style of running. It's just that Turbo Miller, man, if you had to release a running back, it would be him because he just brings like the speed element. But the more carries you give him, I think he will show you that he's more of a complete back than you thought. But if it was today and they had to release somebody, it probably would be Turbo Miller, unfortunately.
I think he got good ball vision too, though. He got good vision in the backfield. That motherfucker, I mean, he's little, but he's little, but he still falls forward. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not like some little dude that's just getting picked up and moved backwards. Like he either like shimmies his way forward or what, but he Saquon. Now I'm not just saying this because Saquon's gone, but everybody know that Saquon ran east to west and then would go up and off from behind.
You know, so Dabo mentioned it earlier on the. I played his interview early. He mentioned that he was like, "Hey, nobody danced in the backfield. Everybody took took what they're supposed to get on those runs. So if you get a 6 to 7 yard run, that's a great thing. It's better than losing 2 yards trying to get 80. You know what I'm saying? So Saquon Barkley is a good back. He will do very good with the Eagles, whether if you like that or not. He will do good with the Eagles as long as that offensive line blocks. If they gave him the same holes that Swift was getting, he will have a really good season. But that's no shot at the Giants just because he has a good season. He got behind a good offensive line.
I think
maybe.
My bad.
Go ahead, J-Lay.
No, my bad. I was just gonna say that I think that's another reason why he featured the run game so much. Not because of Saquon Barkley, but just to be like, motherfucker, we could still run the ball. Just because Saquon gone don't mean that we can't run no more.
Yeah. And NYB, I'm not saying that he is Bradshaw. I was just say if you compare him to anybody that's a giant, Bradshaw would be the guy that you compare him to because of similar body styles, and he has a similar running style to him too. To be honest with you, but Ahmad Bradshaw was a different breed, so no way I'm saying Eric Gray is Ahmad Bradshaw.
Derrick Henry is not even Ahmad Bradshaw. I mean, not even Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs was a freak of nature as well.
Yeah,
like you're not gonna find so many guys like him either.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts, Iman Perry. Thank you. There's life after Saquon. There's life after any giant.
Yeah, man. Just like I said with Turbo, that's the type of running back you need in the fourth quarter, man. When the defense is worn down on the other team, that's what you need in the fourth quarter, man, to just like break games open, man. You need that.
Because that's what Bradshaw did. It was in the fourth quarter, and y'all gave up a big hole. It's over with. You're gonna shoot through that hole and take that shit 60 yards. You're already tired. Now you gotta chase this dude that's running a 4.2. Man, hell no.
Thank you.
Oh, Jashaun Corbin already got cut, Drew. Jashaun Corbin is gone.
Yeah.
We're starting to figure that out now, Doncic. There was life after Phil Simms. It took it a while, but there was life after him.
Yeah, some people just think like the world is over.
Yeah.
The world is over. It's like,
you know, I can't stand that, bro. No, where's the life after Eli? It took us a while to get back to the Super Bowl after Phil Simms, didn't it?
Right.
So what are you talking about? There's life after every football player. Did the Giants franchise go underwater? So what? It took us over 10 years to get back to the Super Bowl after Phil Simms retired, if I'm not mistaken.
He's talking about DJ. It's year 6 for DJ.
Yeah.
But DJ, he's
Shit,
had
for the Cowboys, it's year 30.
Right.
What are you talking about?
And they had talent, offensive. They had everything on both sides of the ball, and they couldn't deliver a championship. Could not deliver a championship, bro.
The Cowboys haven't got to a championship after Troy Aikman. After 95, bro. It is now 2024.
Oh, but they got Dak Prescott, but Dak's been doing real good. He just can't win.
They've gone through Drew Bledsoe, Martin, Romo, Dak, and still haven't got back to the promised land. It's been 30 years, bro. And you complaining after 6? Hell, the Lions haven't been ever. The Vikings haven't been ever. They still waiting.
But who they be talking about every year? Always Dallas Cowboys. Media analysts talking about every season. Like they're gonna be a playoff contender. They're gonna be a playoff contender.
Football Giants will win the NFC East division and the NFC Championship this year. Will we win the Super Bowl? I hope so. But we'll make it there. We'll make it there. And once we go, we'll probably win. Because usually when we get there, we
make
win.
it count.
You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, while everybody talking shit and hating on us and think, they still got so many holes to fill and they got so much improving to do, we're going to shut everybody up, come out here, go 11-6, win the chip, and everybody going to be like, oh, my God, the 100-year anniversary, it's unbelievable, it's phenomenal. Stay over there. Stay over there with all that hate you've been doing. Don't come over here with the, it's phenomenal now. Eat a fat one. Fuck out of here.
Thanks. After Kerry Collins went to the Super Bowl, I think in 2001 or 2000, we didn't go back to the Super Bowl until we got Eli, and it took Eli 3 years to get to the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? It took 7 years for us to get back there. We haven't been on YouTube for 6 years, so stop lying. What are you talking about?
He's talking about DJ. I've been waiting for 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, bro.
It's been
like if you feel that bad, why are you still a Giants fan? I don't understand that. I'm gonna play something. Hold on, I'm gonna play something for y'all because this was hilarious to me. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Right here. This is the message that I have for everybody that comes on here and do what you guys do. This shit was fun.
Coach Sean Keeler, the Denver Post. Happy summer, my man.
You don't like us, man. Why do you do this to yourself?
You don't like us. Mark likes me, by the way. Yeah, Mark said he likes me.
No,
so
but
that's
you
one.
don't. Why do you do this though?
No, sorry. Two-parter if I could.
No, I'm serious. Why do
question.
you do this? Like, you know you don't. Like, why do you do this?
No, it's not about that. Football question.
No,
Question.
why do you do this? Like, it would be hard for me to really engage in someone I don't like or something I don't like. I'm just asking why. Like, why?
Gotta pay
What
the bills,
did I do?
You didn't do anything. It's not about that. This is
But
a football
why?
question.
I'm asking you why.
Yeah, you can answer, but that's
Okay,
not
answer
germane
me.
to this.
What?
Yeah.
Because you want me to answer you. So
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fair.
Why?
Why? Because I have
Give
questions.
me your why.
What's your why? What do you want to know?
Why do you always on attack? Like, what did we do?
Where am I on attack today? Where am I on attack?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you opportunities to be on attack. But I'm asking you why. Like, what does it do for you? Like, what happened?
It's not about me.
But what happened to get you like this?
It's a good question.
No, I'm serious. Because I want to help. No, I'm serious. I want to help. Because it's not normal.
We can talk about that.
Okay.
Can I ask you a football question?
No,
Seriously.
No, we'll talk about that. When we talk about that, I'll talk about that with you.
Can we ask you a football question, please?
When I talk about that, we talk about that. We can talk about that.
Facts. It's like, why are you like this?
Did y'all get that? What happened? What's wrong with you? I want to help.
Like, why are you like this?
Somebody hurt you. So it's okay.
Help me help you.
Like, that's crazy. Like, why are you like this, bro? Like, what happened? And that's the same exact reaction that I would have to you. What happened? What made you like this? That shit was hilarious. I said, that's the exact same shit we go through. Like, you know you don't like us, man. Why do you keep doing this? I have a hard time interacting with something that I don't like, or somebody I don't like. Like, why are you doing this?
That really is one of my biggest difficulties in life. Like playing nice when I don't like somebody. That's it. I'm still struggling.
I can't do that shit at all.
No, yeah, I'm still struggling.
I cannot do it at all. If I don't like you, it is evident on my face.
On my face.
Right.
The words that come out of my mouth can be pleasant and civil, but my face tells it all.
I can't even do that. The minute I see you and my face shows that I don't like you, everybody knows. And I'm not going to attempt to hide it. That's not. I don't wear a mask for nobody, including COVID. I don't wear masks.
Not even on Halloween?
No. I got one face all day, 24/7, 365. This is me. This is who I am everywhere I go, whether I'm in court, whether I'm at my in-laws' house, whether
You
I'm
an ugly motherfucker. That's what you are.
Hey, Lou was Lou for Halloween. Nigga. Lou was Lou when he was growing up for Halloween. He said,
Like,
don't give me no candy, motherfucker.
Yo, seeing that, man, I cried, laugh. I was like, you know, that's the exact same shit we go through. Like, man, why are you coming over here? You don't like it, bro.
Why are you even here? Yeah, that shit crazy.
He said, and the thing he said exactly what I'd be saying, man, that's not normal. Like, what are you getting out of this?
He said, what's it do for you?
You're right.
What happened?
I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand If the Giants make you that sad and that mad and that hateful, why do you keep interacting? That doesn't make any type of sense, bro.
Right.
I got too many. My kids' clothes are fucking everywhere.
Hey, yeah, man.
Good
Man, I can't wait to see Jalen when he get older. That dude gonna have straight white beaters on.
Oh man! I anything I wear a tank top underneath it.
Me too.
How I was, bro.
Undershirt for a reason.
Yeah. I mean, but I'll still wear
your overshirt.
Like I'll go to the gas station or like to the grocery store.
No, don't.
I'll still have a tank top on.
It's supposed to, but it don't make you.
Not my fat ass. Not my fat ass.
Yo,
that's why I don't wear them no more. My fat ass was like used to sweat like a buck.
You muted NYG.
Yeah, no, it's hot. It's hot in here.
What's going on?
NYG tapping in from the morgue.
From the airport.
Right.
Oh, yeah, all that nasty ass barbecue.
Yeah, bro. Hey,
You gotta come to Texas, YG. You gotta come to Texas, bro. Yeah, that's some
Hey,
Jersey.
Nigga, we can't hear you.
I can hear him a little bit.
Yeah, it's loud in here, bro.
Oh. Well, get louder. You from Brooklyn, son. Stand up, nigga. You know what it is.
Man, the
Don't do
airport,
it. Don't do it.
They gonna come tackle your ass, nigga. You loud, you black,
No,
loud.
not in the airport. Not in the airport. No.
No. Hey, you gonna see NYG? You gonna be boom. DSA gonna be on your ass.
Like head and security.
Yeah.
Just see my face come off the screen like.
Yo, by request, Tudo says play the video again that I just played for the people in the back.
Put it up.
Tudo crazy.
Coach Sean Keeler, the Denver Post. Happy summer, my man.
You don't like us, man. Why do you do this to yourself?
Come on.
You don't like us.
Mark likes me, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah. Mark said he likes me.
No,
so
but
that's
you
one.
don't. Why do
The
you
dude
do
doing
this?
the question that sound like online Tim Big
No, I'm
Blue.
serious. Why do you do this? Like, you know you don't. Like, why do you do this?
No, it's not about that. Football question. Football
No,
question.
why do you do this? Like, it would be hard for me to really engage in someone I don't like or something I don't like. I'm just asking why. Like, why?
Gotta pay
What
bills,
did I
cuz.
do?
You didn't do anything. It's not about that. But this is
But
a football
why?
question.
I'm asking you why.
Yeah, you can answer, but that's
Okay,
not
answer
your
me.
business.
What?
Yeah.
Because you want me to answer you. So
Yeah,
you
okay, that's fine. That's fair.
Why?
Why? Because I have
Give me
questions.
your why.
What's your why? What do you want to know?
Why do you always on attack? Like, what did we do?
Where am I on attack today? Where am I on attack?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you opportunities to be on attack. But I'm asking you why. Like, what does it do for you? Like, what happened?
It's not about me.
But what happened to get you like this?
What
That's a good question.
No, I'm serious. Because I want to help. No, I'm serious. I want to help. Because it's not normal.
We can talk about that. Can I ask you a football question?
No,
Seriously.
No, we'll talk about that. When we talk about that, I'll talk about that with you.
Can we ask you a football question, please?
When I talk about that, we talk about that. We can talk about that.
Yo, that shit was hilarious, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, that's a good question because he didn't have an answer for it.
Hey, he was thinking about his whole childhood. What happened?
On the contrary, I am not, Mr.
What?
Kevin Doncic. I do not have faith in Evan Neal, and I am not happy that he is back.
So is
Shut up with that Evan Neal BS, man. Leave my son alone.
That dude trash.
Leave my son alone.
You need to disown him.
I'll never disown my family. Never.
Hey, here's a question for you guys while I go take a quick smoke break. He says, what do y'all think of Tracy as our short yardage back? That's a good question.
Right now, I probably have more faith in Gray. Tracy is still developing as a running back, so he still has to. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't have the size for it right now, but he still has to. He's still developing as a running back. He's only been playing running back 2 years, so he was always a wide receiver. So Tracy is decisive. He can get small as well as get skinny into the running lane. So right now, I would trust him a little bit more. I'm not saying Tracy can't develop. He definitely can develop it. Right now, I would go with Gray first over him.
Yeah, I mean, I like Tracy, man. To me, he's elusive and stuff like that. So I mean, I think he can get the short yardage and stuff like that. You know, cut, do whatever he got to do and stuff like that. So, but Eric Gray, either or, I won't matter. But I'll trust Tracy more.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because Gray ain't did something in the last few years, but I mean, it was good, that move that he did. I've been watching it all week. But it's just like he just doesn't give me that top tier kind of ceiling, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's got a high floor but a low ceiling, you know what I'm saying? Like
Both of them do.
He could be a, but I don't know, that Tracy dude and then Turbo, I mean, he's just a speed guy, but if he could, maybe get a little weight behind him and then, get his footwork and everything better so he could put some moves on people and not just, be a burner. That dude could be, because I like running backs that fall forward. I like running backs that ain't gonna get down on themselves. They gonna see a hole and take off. I feel like Gray is more like if he gets stuffed a couple times, like he's gonna go back to what he was. But I don't know.
No. Last year he didn't get Pat said it early. He didn't get enough playing time last year.
Maybe
last year he was a rookie. So you're starting to see. Plus he had a year in the system, a year in the NFL. Sometimes we forget, especially back end players, when you first come into the NFL, it's an adjustment, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. What did I say about Malik Neighbors? Everyone kept saying to me, "Nah, I wouldn't put him out there." I said, "You put him out there just so he can get used to the speed." He played 8 plays. That's all I wanted to see him do in the game. Why? Because coming from college to the pros is totally different, and that's whether you're a first-round draft pick, the number 1 overall draft pick, or the last man who was drafted, or an undrafted free agent. You have to get used to the speed. You have to get used to the physicality coming from college, because college is even if you played in the SEC, it's still different when you get to the NFL. So same thing with Eric Gray. He's developing. You see Thursday, some of that is his development, decisive, hitting the hole and exploding through the hole and then taking it to the house. So, I'm fine. That's why I say Tracy, he has to develop a little bit more for me. He's good. I'm not saying he isn't. That 12-yard run, he showed that he has the skill set, but he's still developing, and it's just going to take time. And I understand the excitement with him, and Turbo with the speed. Speed kills, but if you can't get into the lanes to use that speed, Tracy's a little bit, not Tracy, Gray, he's shorter, he's thicker built. And I'm talking about short yardage. That's the reason why I'm saying this.
Mm-hmm.
He can get into the offensive lineman will give him a little crack, and he'll get into that crack and push the pile at times.
Cage.
So, but that's just me. That's just for me.
Mm-hmm.
No, you right. You were a coach, nigga, so you know what the hell you're talking about. Maybe it's just,
I get it.
Like you said, he hasn't been getting a lot of playing time, so he kind of falls to the back of your mind. And then when you see him, like, okay, but hey, I hope so. Now, what do you think about like Tyrone Tracy or Turbo doing like a kick return or punt return or something like that?
Miller would be crazy.
Kick return would be fine for either of them. I keep saying, like everyone's talking about the new kickoff rules and everything. And, right now the NFL is trying to figure it out. And I'm telling you, once you start doing simple things like you pull a backside guy to set up a trap block, and you allow your returners to get there and be able to get that little seam. Now you're only facing the kicker, because remember that the coverage guys are sitting right there. That's 10 guys, and you just got to get rid of that. Get past that first line. Once you get past that first line, and they're running backs, they should be able to do that. Now I was surprised seeing receivers back there for us, so maybe they're trying something different, but. I'm looking because I was already dissecting. I was like, all right, maybe I can do a double team at the point of attack, and then get a backside pull to come filling in to open up a trap hole, and
Falls
then
on the backside pull.
Whatever, and then pull the backside to open up the hole.
Coach, I was in the huddle, Coach. I was in the huddle while you were saying that.
Exactly.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was in the huddle.
Yeah, no, I know Lou. He's always going to mess with me, but I don't care. And then allow them to get up into the hole and explode right through, and then you only got the kicker, and you want to shake him and get him to do the stanky leg. Okay, there you go. I'm ready for that.
I wonder if it stays like this though. Will that like evolve kickers and shit like that into like beast, like hitters? Like you gotta have somebody back there that's almost like what I'm saying?
It could, bro. It really could. It could go.
Those guys, because the kicker is you like him when he's when the game's on the line or you need these extra points. But if a kicker, cause like kids growing up being like, oh, I'm gonna be a kicker and smack all these kick returners and stuff like that. Like that'll be an actual position of interest that's of a kid or somebody that just likes hitting, you know what I'm saying, and is good at angling and good at, you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do something here. I put a post on Twitter about that whole Evan Neal thing coming back, and I'm just gonna show you what some of the Giants fans feel like about the Evan Neal situation, him coming back. So let's look at a clip of him.
I'm not eating too though. I'm smoking.
Look at a clip of Evan Neal showing a little bit what he can do on that ankle real quick, and then we're gonna get into the comments. But here you go with him right here. As you can see him getting out of his stance a little bit, running a little bit. He showed a little something right there. He's just getting some individual work going in, slowly bringing himself back. I'm actually kind of proud of him actually getting back on the field. So here goes Giants J10. If you're looking, he says rooting for him 100%. Let's go get after a big fella. That's positive. This clown here, you lucky I ain't blocked him yet. Coach Roach Dave.
Coach Dave.
Oh, God. Yeah, he says great. Now put him back in his rightful spot at right tackle. Show the kid some grace. Allow him to get his reps. Okay.
Race Dave said that?
Yeah. This is what I said. Didn't I tell you stay out of Giants business? Commanders QB, have a good preseason debut. Go cheer for your QB and take your raggedy negative hating ass energy with you. Coach TJ, what's going on? He says, I feel good about it. Let that man compete again and show why he was the 7th pick. He can still steal reps from any backup and earn his way to a starting spot somewhere. Never too old to learn. Facts. Average beast, he says swing tackle getting to the second level pretty well. Will, he said, hey, he can't get better sitting on the sidelines. Hoping Brasillo can help him improve. Injured his rookie year and injured his second year. Screwed him over on working on his craft in the offseason, rooting for him. A. Cerner says, ho hum. Ray Harris, he said, I like to see him get fully healthy and get good time working with Carmen. Not being thrust back into the starting lineup is probably his best bet, and becoming at least a good swing tackle this year and even better next year. That's what I think. He could be a good swing tackle this year and be even a better tackle for us next year. Wolf, he says, for me, he has to show me why he's a starter. If not, I need this coaching staff to make changes before week 5 come around. This year is all or nothing for Evan Neal. I don't think he'll be able to start. On my path, he says, good. Let him work on his technique thoroughly. We'll see from there. Reek, def backup O-line needed if injury occurs. And then there's Derek. He says, I feel good. It's light skins, Jermaine job to me, but I want to see Neal get some reps in practice and in the remaining preseason games and see if Coach Carm can save his career from the all-time first-round bust list. He needs to stay healthy and just play better. Big Brian, he says that they already retaped his left ankle today. He's not close to fully healed. That is true. And Guy King, he says, happy to see most responses are positive. If Carmen is as good as it seems, there's no reason not to be excited about the possibility for Neal's talent to match his play. If so, you have a chance for a very good offensive line. Neal redemption story hopefully begins now.
Now, I will say this. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I think Carmine Brasilio is a good offensive line coach, and I think he can get these guys up to par, including an Evan Neal. But his injury is hampering him to the point where he's not going to start. The best option, I agree with the comment and with what you said earlier, is he'll end up being a swing tackle. Then when he's fully healed, he can compete for a starting job if he ever becomes a tackle at the right tackle position. But yeah, I don't think he'll be here unless he's playing swing tackle or guard. I think Illuminor beats him out for that job, and they find another place for him, another position.
Well, NYG reported earlier that it seems from reports that Evan Neal doesn't mind moving to guard. They said his attitude.
You better not. You better not have a problem moving to guard, young man.
A whole nother Eric Flowers situation, which
Man.
It is what it is, man. But
and I hated Eric Flowers.
yeah, that's very true, Alex. You could put him at swing tackle and just teach him guard while Van Rotten plays. That is very true. Because if Van Rotten decides to retire, or they decide that, or he gets bigger money elsewhere, we could put Evan Neal right there for the next year and have him play the light skin across from light skin Jermaine. But who knows? But there are some sensible Giants fans on Twitter after I blocked all those crazy guys.
Where the hell is Miz at, man?
Miz been going for a minute.
You been stopping by, for heaven's sake. Hit that subscribe button.
Miz went to sleep.
Creators.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Hit that like and subscribe button from us, man. We try to do our best, man, to keep real news, real New York Giants news, not biased and not going against somebody. It's just crazy.
It's not about being right.
Right.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you are wrong, it's okay.
Facts.
It's another day.
Alex says Evan Neal doesn't have the foot speed or athleticism for tackle. And Lou said that in the very beginning too. We all had, our issues with Evan Neal coming out the draft. But as if you actually look at that draft, all three of those top tackles are having issues in the NFL right now for various reasons. So it's not like Evan Neal is the only one that's struggling.
Yeah, Cross turned out to be the best one, and he's struggling too.
Yep. And Iquanu, the guy that me and Lou really wanted, Paul, he's struggling mighty over there with the Carolina Panthers. So
thank you for that pause, because you just threw me in there with you. You just
man, if you don't, Lord.
Me and Lou wanted them pause. Wait a minute.
Hey, Drew.
You need a damn pause gold medal or something,
Hey,
man.
right.
You're the champion of it. That's all you ever do.
There's a gold medal for Paul's. Lou is number one.
Not even close.
Right. Drew, what's going on, Drew? He says Evan Neal also has to shed weight. He's too big at the moment. Got to lose like 20 to 30 pounds. That's a fact. Most good offensive tackles in football weigh at most 330 pounds. That's true as well. The lighter tackles are winning because of the speed that you have with the edge rush position in the NFL now. Coach mentioned that as well. NYG is back in the building.
Yeah, bro.
He want me to tell you guys this. P. Dot said, hey, Neal says it's a big year for him. He feels like the first 2 years was solid, but things happened out of his control and they were not what he wanted them to be. I need to play better. Play guard. We'll do whatever the team needs. So that's reported by P. Dot. So that's a real report. NYG just wanted to let y'all know.
at least Evan Neal is he's being positive about it, and he's not being like, oh no, I'm only a tackle. I don't want to play nothing else. But at least he sounds like he's with the program. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
Who don't know who P. Dot is? Okay, that is Paul Dottino.
Insider. Right?
Okay.
We say P. Dot. That is Paul Dottino.
Yeah, for the people who don't know. But that's a real report. That's not something that NYG made up. He gonna have to push that out there. He's just not saying anything off the top of his dome. But Evan Neal did say he will be willing to play guard if they need him to.
That's the only place he's gonna get some play.
That may be the reason why he's saying that now, because at first it wasn't like that.
Yeah, but I remember that interview when he said,
I'm only a tackle.
Well, maybe he was saying that because Bobby Johnson was his offensive line coach who didn't know what he was doing, and this dude Priscilla probably talked to him like, "Hey, man, you about to go on the guard." That's gonna be listen to him. He's like, "Hey, this guy know what he's doing."
That's true.
And your sloppy footwork and your leaning forward ain't gonna work at tackle. So if you want to stick around and keep getting the check, I suggest you humble yourself and learn some other shit, because you are not at right tackle, sir. Figure it out, young man. That's what he told him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he told him. Not verbatim, but
Tudo, he says, Pat, with love, much love and respects to y'all in the building. But as I said again before, as our head coach says, all players are like blank hard drive and PC, and it's hot, and it has to do with head coach. He has to program each player for each position, mate. That's a very true fact. That may be what's happening, Tudo.
Yes. But that dude sucked at right tackle. It didn't even take a head coach to see that. Well, I'm a coach now, but at the time I wasn't. And it didn't take that. Before we drafted him, I said what his problem was. Alex just reiterated it in his comment. He has slow footwork. He steps back too far, gives up too much ground, and then leans forward to get his hands on the defender. You can't do that. You're already giving up your ground. You're already giving up position. And he's coming forward. So he has momentum. If you do not know how to use your footwork, use your base, get low, and push that man, it's not gonna work. Pause.
Right.
His footwork is sloppy. From the outset, I said that while he was still in college. I did not want that man to become a New York Giant. But I cheered for him anyway. I rooted for him anyway, as I did for DJ. His time's done, man. He's gonna be a guard. Don't matter who the head coach is. His ass is done at right tackle, too, though. I love you, brother, but his ass suck at right tackle.
Any words on JMS? He's actually returning to practice as well. He'll be getting some work on the outside of individual drills, and he's going to work himself back in the starting center.
He said he came on the screen and threw up the L. Loser.
That's messed up. Hey, Drew, he says, I wish Commanders fans luck with Bobby Johnson as their O-line coach, probably winning 3 games this season. Tudo. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? He says, just join in. What is the status on Neighbors? It was a bone bruise, so he's good. Nothing to be serious about.
Where was it at?
It's on Twitter. Art Stapleton reported it.
You know what I'm saying? Where was it at on his body?
His foot.
Oh.
Tudo. He says, Pat, Evan Mills been hit in his 3rd year.
There he is.
Ready for any position on any position. All that info tells all about Giants fuckery coaches, mate.
He's bad.
And if he's not trainable, get him the F out of here.
Welcome back, man.
My bad. I had to do some work, bro. I had to take
Yeah, what type of work was you doing, man?
That work, bro. You give him one of these, motherfucker. Oh, they like that. You know they like that, bro.
Gave it a shit.
They don't like that stuff, man. You know, I'm all
cancel.
Right. Read it all right here.
He gave her the shit.
I didn't know.
Let's get Bears back to football talk. Hey,
football, boy. I can't wait. We 3 weeks away?
Now there's been a report out there, Miz, that Evan Neal is ready to move the guard if they need him to move the guard. How do you feel about that?
Where's NYG? You better get in here, NYG. Where are
NYG was the one that reported it.
Yeah, he reported it. He's in the airport right now.
No, let me tell you something. I never gave up, and I still don't give up on the kid. I do not give up on. I think that kid is special. It's just something, injuries, and maybe New York got in his head a little. The fans were getting on him. He definitely been reading Twitter. You got to stay away from Twitter as a player. You know what I mean? So I don't give up on the kid. Some guys take longer than others. I'm sorry that this is a microwave era where everybody wants a star inside of like 3 months. That's not how it works, man. And what if Daniel Jones emerges this year? So it took him 6 years. So what? I'm still a believer, and I know this is not how it works throughout most of the NFL, but I'm still a believer, and the Giants are that organization. Giants, Steelers, there are still organizations that stick to guys 4, 5, 6 years. They don't just kick you out the window. The teams that throw guys out every other year, those are losers. That's why go look at their Super Bowls. They don't got any. Bottom line, man.
The song for Evan Neal this season is Journey. Don't stop believing. Oh, hold on to that feeling.
You can't give up on this kid. He's 7th pick overall, Alabama. He grew up right here, right where I am, 10, 15 minutes from me. He's held as a king down here. You don't give up. Our O-line's been bad for so long that I don't think you just kick a guy to the curb. If he's got to sit and learn for half a season, you want to develop him that way, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
So let's say this. If he continues to struggle this year, how many more years do we give him?
That's why I don't get paid to be the coach in the game. You know what I mean? Jay, if they got, like they were saying last week, like some of these guys, NYG, if you got to trade for him in midseason because some team lost a big piece on their O-line and someone wants to give you a second or a third round, I know people are going to say, you're not getting a second round up there. Listen, if somebody's desperate enough and the Giants can develop him and they could say, this kid could still ball, you just got, he needs an opportunity somewhere else. Maybe they get a third rounder. You want to pull that trigger, do it.
Yeah. He becomes more of an asset or like more of a chess piece. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of move him if people want him though. But if he continues to just be trash, nobody's going to want him.
Facts. You might get a 5th round pick or a 6th.
Let me ask you something, man. See, this is where I'm going to argue.
But sometimes you take L's.
Let me ask you this: is this guy? Can you sit here and really, unless you have a hate for this guy for some reason, can you honestly assess him to a point where you call him trash?
Well, not trash, but I can see he's not trash, but I do see that his footwork has not improved at all. He's continuing to lunge forward. He's not getting into a stance. He's getting into a stance, and we're worried too much about his kickback and not worrying about the hand placement. He's not worried about his balance. He's not worried about keeping his feet moving and anchoring down. He's like just lunging into everything. And I don't know if that's.
I got a question to that, Jalen. You got a new offensive line coach here. When we believe,
I was about to say that.
All right, go ahead.
I was just about to say that we got hopefully this new coach, he's been, turning everything else around. So he's probably got in his ear. He's probably talked to him different than Bobby Johnson. He probably respects him in a different way. He has other players that's came with him that could be in Evan Neal's ear and tell him, look, I'm telling you, like even Illuminor, he's like, bro, I'm not even from America. This motherfucker turned me into a starting, offensive lineman in the NFL. So if he could do this with me, I know he could do this shit with you. And so maybe that's why he's like, cool, I'll be a guard or I'll do whatever it takes because I know that I'm in good hands now. With Bobby Johnson, he would probably solve bullshit every time he laced up his sneakers.
And just to piggyback off that, Jay, that's a very good assessment, bro. Because maybe that's why his attitude changed because he sees somebody that knows what they're doing. And if he's telling them, hey, look, big bro, I know you want to play tackle, but I can make you one hell of a guard.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I trust and I believe you, and I'll do it. As long as you keep your word and say that, hey, you looking at me, you tell me that I can't be an NFL tackle. Maybe he has a lot more humility than a lot of people think, and he only really believes somebody that's telling him some good shit. And he sees the proof is in the pudding. He sees the work that Priscilla has put in. And he sees Van Rotten, he turned him into a better guard. And he sees Illuminor, he turned him into a better tackle.
Yeah. So
he's like, okay, maybe you can turn me into a guard and I can still get paid because guards are getting paid too. Mm-hmm. So that's a very good assessment, Jay. No jokes. Tally, what's going on? He says a good online will make DJ an above average quarterback. That's a fact. Tudo, he says, Pat, we're all different defensive players here, and all we do day and night is watch the O-line's flaws and mistakes to capitalize. Neil's technique is only left guard at college level, and he hasn't changed or improved at all, mate. I mean, Bobby Johnson wasn't helping that. Obviously, he wasn't helping it because the offensive line, even the backups look way better than they looked just last year in the preseason game. So,
and coaching does
we'll
matter.
see. Yeah, coaching matters like a motherfucker.
Because I'll tell you what, you rather have Joe Judge or Brian Dable as your coach. And that's a big night and day thing.
I'd rather have you than Joe Judge as my coach. You know what I mean?
Man.
I'll take anybody. Joe Judge was a nightmare, man.
Shit, my wife could probably coach better than Joe Judge.
Can. I never even met her, and she can.
The quarterback sneak will tell you all it is. Back-to-back quarterback sneak.
That's crazy. That was crazy. That was the most
egregious.
Tell him, man, I never even met her, and she can't. Goddamn.
This guy said, "You talk about it's been 10 bad years. That guy took humiliation to a historic level,
bro." I've never seen that in sports. I've never seen nothing like that in sports.
That was humiliating.
From
that
fucking
made us
cricket
look like
to handball.
Yeah, that made us look like a bottom franchise that's ever been in the NFL when he did that.
Looked like we didn't belong in the NFL.
1986. I haven't missed a Giant game since 1986. I know that's sad, but listen, I'm in the gym the morning that the Giants played the Bears, right at the end of that season with Joe Judge.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Buko is in the gym because the Jets play at 4:30. It's now 1:05. He's like, bro, what are you doing here? The Giants are playing. I said, I refuse to watch this fucking game today. For the first time in all my life, I'm going to miss a Giants game.
Yeah.
He come back to me 7 minutes later. Miz, it's 14-0 Bears. Well, there you go, bro.
There you go. Save myself. Hey, Miz, you saved yourself 6 months off your life with that one. You made 6 months back after not watching that game.
I didn't even see that play on the goal
Yeah.
line.
Miz would have broke something.
We're going to continue the trend of watching Giants interviews with this one. This one's Malik Neighbors talking about Daniel Jones.
What went into the chemistry that you clearly have with him already?
I just, put a lot of confidence in him. I told him, every ball don't gotta be a great ball. Just put it around me. I'm good enough player to, adjust my body or go get the ball. Wherever it's at, just put the ball around me. I'm gonna make this spectacular catch.
What?
So,
nigga, man.
Back to what the Big Blue Crew was talking about again. Great receivers.
That's what I want to hear.
Make quarterbacks better. Listen to what the man said.
Put it around
DJ, just put it in my area. Pause.
Anywhere near
me, I'm gonna go up and make a play for you. When a quarterback has a confidence in his receiver that way, they play better. I'm telling you, everybody's saying the quarterback makes the receiver. No, I think both guys make each other. But pause. If there's anybody that makes anybody, it's a great receiver makes a quarterback a whole lot more damn better. Because I have the confidence. I have the confidence to where I know if I could throw the ball just in his vicinity, a play will be made.
It's a wrap.
That's what we've been missing with the New York Giants for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Every ball Eli Manning threw to Odell Beckham wasn't perfect, but Odell Beckham went up and grabbed the ball over people and made plays, one-handed catches and things of such.
Three-finger catch.
Yeah. You see it all over the league with great receivers. They make catches. It's like, damn, that ball was a terrible pass, but he made it into a great play.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have that, that gives a quarterback extreme confidence to know that, hell, I got a guy out here, I can throw the ball anywhere in his vicinity, and there's a chance a big play is going to happen.
Facts.
You just don't talk just to be talking. That shit happens around all the NFL, bro. If you got a receiver that can get open and you can deliver the ball to him, or even if he's not open, you can deliver the ball to him, that makes your quarterback a better quarterback.
We do
guys that can catch guys that can catch the ball and take it 80 yards to the house on a slant, or guys that can catch the ball and break off 2 tackles and get you a first down when you damn know well that shouldn't have been a first down, and keeps the drive going.
Start the season because the blitz squad says so.
Blitz squad.
Yeah.
So a lot of these things are coming out that we've been saying all year long. That's the type of attitude that this team has been missing, bro. He literally told her with a confidence that I've built with DJs. I went out there and told him, if you get the ball in my vicinity, I'm gonna make a play for you. Okay.
His exact way he said every ball ain't got to be perfect. Just put it in my
Facts.
area. Just put it in my area, and I got you.
I say one thing about him, Pat, and I don't
Huh?
want to go to the negative side. I'm not going to. I love this kid. I do. I want him to stay how he is. I just hope he's not going to get upset real early. You know, like he did the other day. You saw some signs there, like he wasn't getting the ball wide open, and you seen he was getting already frustrated.
Look, man, name me one receiver that's an all-time great, that's a Hall of Famer, that didn't get frustrated when they didn't get the ball, when they knew they was open. Name one.
No,
the dude from the Colts, they were like monotone.
Marvin Harrison is the closest you can get to it. And
Yep.
you go read listen, you go read reports about Marvin Harrison and some of the conversations that he used to have with Peyton Manning. Now, he wasn't demonstrative with it, but he still went to that sideline like, hey, look, you get me the ball. I'm open.
But that's the only one I could think of, just because he was a quiet dude anyway. You know what I'm saying? He was just.
They had another one right behind Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne that did it too.
Wedgie Wayne, yeah, Reggie Wayne.
Yeah, well,
I turned into a 4-year-old.
What are you really going to say to Peyton Manning without getting slapped in the face? So come on.
Yeah, I mean, because Peyton Manning would argue. Yeah, I was gonna say Jeff Saturday. But Peyton Manning, his offensive lineman, Peyton Manning would argue with his lineman, and that one time.
Listen to me, fellas.
Jeff Saturday was a Hall of Famer.
Great players can talk noise to any other great player because they're both great players.
Jeff Saturday went over there and said, "Run the ball." He said, "You just fucking block."
And then with big ass number 78, Tyreek Glenn told Peyton Manning to go sit down.
He chill out, yeah. He said, "Hey man, chill out." He did. I'm just saying, man.
I'm just saying. Yeah, you're just saying he finna go sit down and run the ball.
You at the very least finna shut the fuck up.
Thanks. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a time when Reggie Wayne said, hey, look, Peyton Manning with his big 6'5" frame is on top of me yelling at me. And he told Peyton Manning, hey, look, you better go sit down. And Peyton Manning was one of the all-time greats.
But you know what I think is going to keep – my bad.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, you know what I think is going to keep Malik Neighbors in check, though, is that we have a head coach that's just as fiery. Not saying that they're going to be fighting each other on the sideline, but I think Dabo will be able to check that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but listen to this, and this is the Miz too. Did you see Malik Neighbors slam his helmet or go to the sidelines clapping his hands?
You want me to go somewhere else while you lay down?
You know what I'm saying? Did you see him do that? No. Any great receiver, any great player, period, is going to get frustrated when things don't work out when they did what they were supposed to do. And you need people like that on this team. You don't need everybody to go to the sidelines like, oh, ho hum, it just didn't work. That's how you get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Somebody has to have some type of accountability. And maybe Malik Neighbors is that guy. Like, come on, man, we got to get this together. I got a touchdown right there, DJ. Get the ball to me.
Right.
Yeah. Some people can respect that. If you can't respect somebody coming to you as a man, he's not trying to show you up. He's just explaining, hey, look, we got to get this together or we're going to get our ass whooped. Yeah. You need players like that on this team because Saquon Barkley wasn't like that. Andrew Thomas is not like that. Dexter Lawrence is not like that. Thibodeau is not like that to a certain extent, even though he really could be because he has the attitude to do it.
Let me tell you, Burns is though.
Burns is the guy that come and be like, hey, look, we are way fucking better than this. What the hell are we doing out here?
Yeah.
We had people like that.
Leader in that room.
Yeah, we had people like that in Antonio Pierce. Was he the greatest on the team? No, but he was the captain. He was a leader and he got people together. Strahan was like that. OC was like that. Tuck was like that after
that whole defensive lineman. That whole defense.
Yeah, the whole defense was really like that. And that balanced Eli because Eli wasn't like that.
No.
Eli would just put it on himself and be like, okay, I just got to go out there and make a better play. He didn't upshow his lineman and everything when he was getting killed. He just fixed his pads and went to the sidelines.
Man, he fixed him pads a lot.
But Michael Strahan and them
were game with San Fran. Jesus Christ.
San Fran, oh my goodness, that was the worst game I've ever seen.
And Eli, what did Eli do after getting killed? Time and time again. You never saw him go to any of his linemen. He just fixed his pads and trotted
Made that
off to the
ugly
sideline
face.
and waited for his next chance.
Made that little ugly face and walked to the sideline.
Yeah, if it wasn't for people like Strahan or somebody that would be demonstrative, it didn't care if he was on offense or defense. He would go up to you and be like, let's get this done. Because they knew Eli wasn't like that. Eli would never say any. Eli could get power bombed out there, and he would just get up if he can and go to the sideline and be like, okay, guys, let's get him next time. That's the type of guy he was. You need that balance. DJ is like that too. DJ won't say anything, but it got so bad in 2022 that he did say something on the field. But he didn't go to the sidelines and tell Johnson to his face, catch the fucking ball. He just said it to himself out of frustration on the field, like catch the fucking ball.
And then there's a difference between being disrespectful and getting your team together. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going over there. You stupid motherfucker. You suck. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? If he's like, come on, I'm open. Hit me. Even if my head's turned. By the time that ball get to me, my hands is gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? It's just having that rapport and having that trust with each other. Because if
Now,
a QB,
I mean, like, did you have players that went a little overboard with it? Yeah, T.O. went a little overboard with it sometimes.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn didn't have the clout to do that. I'm just sorry. But T.O. had the clout to do that because when you got T.O. the ball, it's a play. And sometimes when his coaches came over there to try to talk to him, he took it a little bit overboard. Sometimes he just get up and I don't want to hear that
Michael
shit.
Irvin?
Just give me the ball.
Michael Irvin, he's the king
Irvin
of give me the
like
damn
that.
ball. Give me the damn ball. That's where that comes from.
So, I mean, it is what it is. And this is not a shot at you, Miz. I'm just saying, like, I like that. I like to see a receiver get frustrated.
You want the feistiness. We've been losing for so long. It's time to stir up the pot here.
Dabo even said it in his interview. He was like, you just gotta control it sometimes. He says, shit, I'm like that too. Sometimes I blow up too. And it's not the show up anybody. It's just that I want to win so bad that fire starts burning in you. Like, man, look, we gotta do something because I'm not gonna get my ass whooped today. Not by these dudes that I know I'm better than. Hell no. Like, you don't want these trash ass. He don't want no trash ass cornerback talking about I'm strapping him up and I'm beating him every time and I'm not getting the ball because my quarterback's not getting it to me. Hell no, neighbors ain't gonna accept that shit. And he shouldn't accept it. This dude is trash. I'm writing this dude up. Get me the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And we need that on this team, bro. Whether people
he
like
would have
it or
got that
not.
ball, bro. If Jones was on the field, he would have got like 2 of those balls.
Yeah, pause. But yeah,
both of them. He would have got.
And then you look at Brian Burns. I mean, that was a great addition for Kayvon Thibodeau. He needs somebody like that, though. Somebody, a veteran he could learn from, a veteran that's a dog. Because Azeez Ojulari is not somebody that he can learn from like that. You know what I'm saying. And plus, Thibodeau is better than Azeez. You know what I'm saying. So you got to get somebody who's better than Thibodeau for him to look up to.
Azeez is almost a bigger disappointment as Evan Neal.
Yeah,
nah, because
not as far as their draft, not as far as their draft, but that's why I said almost. But like it's just like I thought he was going to do so great, and he does do great when he plays. But even on this preseason game, like he playing against third stringers, you're supposed to be wrecking. Like you're supposed to be like, why am I even out here?
Right.
But you want to know why Brian Burns helps out Thibodeau so much? Like Miz said during the draft, got to give him a props about that. That dude's a lion at heart, bro. Like that dude has a lot of pride, and he prides himself on being one of the best players on the field, period, no matter what position it is. And when you have somebody on the other side that's showing that he's that dude too,
leading by example.
You think Thibodeau wants Brian Burns to get 20 sacks while he only has 3? You must be out your fucking mind. Every time Brian Burns makes a play, Thibodeau's gonna go out there to make a play, and that's a fact. And that if those guys have that relationship, that friendly, competitive drive, you're gonna see both those dudes making plays. Oh, you think you're gonna go out here and make a play and do the Spider-Man celebration, and I'm not gonna go out here and do my snowman celebration because I sacked the quarterback? You must be out your mind. You not finna show me up on this field. You just not, and it's not a bad thing. That's just showing that you got two competitive monsters out there that's ready to go get the quarterback and show the world that I'm that dude. And when you got multiple people doing that, that makes your team that much better. Same thing with Hyatt. As humble as Hyatt is, you don't think Hyatt has that fire in him to go out there and when he sees Malik Neighbors making all those plays? Shit, I'm about to make a play too. I'm about to get up and do my first down celebration too. And that's a very good thing. Now, the thing with Hyatt is he knows that Malik Neighbors is that dude. You ain't got to tell him, hey, look, you not Malik. No, he already knows that. But damn it, I'm going to go out there and show you that I'm Jalen Hyatt and I could go out here and make some plays for this team too. Same thing with Wan'Dale Robinson. And that's why this team is going to gradually get better and better because you have a young core of guys that are playing off of each other. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like when one guy makes a play, all the other guys are going to want to make a play because you're not going to leave me out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Lou.
We need another edge rusher, period. I do agree that Azeez is a better pass rusher, but he gets injured.
He's not a better impact player, though.
Thibodeau has more availability, but he doesn't really get back there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he causes pressures and hurries, and which are effective too. You know, don't get me wrong. It's not all about sacks. We all know that moving the quarterback off his mark, forcing him to throw the ball early or errant throw, all of that is the same thing, right? It equals out to a sack. It's a loss of a down. So we know that makes it an impact, but you know, sacks are needed too. You know what I mean? And Thibodeau just doesn't get back there enough, and Azeez can't stay healthy enough.
But the thing with Azeez is he gets the pass rush, but he don't chase running backs down. He don't chase quarterbacks down like Kayvon could chase those guys down. Azeez, if he ain't getting no sack, he ain't doing nothing else, bro. That's all I'm saying. He's a one-dimensional player.
That's not, you're not wrong either. I mean, that is, yeah. He don't really do too much else.
Pass rush special. I want him to get 18.
Maybe it's just because he ain't playing a lot because he's always hurt. But I don't know. But that is true though.
When he has played last year, he wasn't really of an impact when he was out there. I mean, you don't really hardly hear his name out there too much. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear it too much when he was out there. Just like in his preseason. I know it's on the preseason, but he's not making no noise out there. He ain't doing nothing. So you'd be like, do he want to be here or he don't want to be here?
Yeah, you either gotta put up or get the fuck out the way.
I missed it because my son called me. Who don't want to be here?
That's about Azeez. Azeez ain't acting like he want to be here. He ain't making that much of an impact. I mean, he ain't running like a crazy dog out there in the games and stuff like that.
He been injured the past 2 seasons. He trying to take it easy and save that shit for when he's in the real game.
Fact.
Wasn't he injured a lot in college too?
No.
At Georgia?
No. Oh, okay.
No.
I don't know. Okay. That was a question. That was an actual question.
The draft, and that's why we were able to get him at 51.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But at Georgia, he was a clean bill of health. And you got to think that's a major change for you as well because you was considered the bookend edge rusher to Thibodeau, and then when Brian Burns comes in, you kick to the side.
I think he had some type of injury in college. That's why he dropped to the second round. I think it was a medical thing. That's why he dropped.
They brought that up from high school. That's what Lou. They brought it up from high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they brought up his high school injury during the draft, and that's why he dropped to 51, and we were able to get him at 51.
Yeah, and you got to think that's a culture shock to you when you bring somebody and you pay him almost $30 million at your position.
Right.
They tell you, hey, look, you running with the second team now. When I was first team, that's a culture shock. You got to get used to that. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole new role that you got to play now. So,
but again, it wouldn't be a culture shock if he wasn't raised in this participation trophy era.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? We grew up in the era where if you lost, you fucking lost. That was it. You just had to deal with it, work harder, and try to win. These motherfuckers growing up with getting a trophy and a ribbon and a medal just for being there.
participation.
Nah, my nigga, you lost. You don't get nothing. Good day.
Good day, sir. It sounds harsh, but that's the way it was, my G.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Right.
You get nothing, sir.
I love that meme. I love that meme.
But yeah, I mean,
You
when
got
you
this.
get sent, back in the day when you got sent to the gulag, you literally fought your way back out the gulag if you could. But now it's like the gulag is with Tempur-Pedic mattresses and
the timeout.
I'm cool. I'm
Cable
cool.
TV.
I got cable TV. I got air conditioning. Shit. Nothing changed. But shit, when you went to gulag back in the day, you had steel beds, bars.
Right.
You hear the screams of the weak in there. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Leaky faucet.
Right. No toilet. It's like shit.
No
These
toilet,
conditions
bro.
are terrible. I
Man.
don't get nothing in there. Shit. No, you don't. You better fight your way out of there. But I don't know, fellas, man. We've been on here over 2 hours, man. So I'm gonna see what you guys got left for today. What you got to say about the Giants going forward, and then we're gonna get out of here.
I'm about to go wrestle with my 9-year-old son.
I'm looking forward to this game too. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, the Texans when the stars are going to play. So that's what I really want to see how the first string looks against these guys because they're going to play their first string too. So I want to see if the O-line can hold up, give it for the pass blocking, and also see how this run game do. Like the way they did against the Lions. So that's what I'm looking forward to this preseason game against the Texans. Because it's the dress rehearsal.
Facts. Hey, NYG was at the airport today, so I had to take over the show for him. So unfortunately, there's no Giants trivia today, but the very next episode, you better make sure that NYG gets that Giants trivia up there for you guys. But Lou, what you got to say before we get out of here?
Oh man, I'll see y'all later on tonight. I'll be going live at 10 o'clock. Boxing wasn't really nothing to talk about, and the UFC came on too early yesterday, so just chose to take a Saturday off and observe the Sabbath. But
exactly.
Just gonna go live and give you guys a different look of the Giants tonight at 10 o'clock. Make sure you guys tap in. We're gonna approach this thing from a different angle. Alex, want to tap in when we leave.
Right. What you got to say, Alex?
Okay, you ready to go out there and play, ain't you?
Right.
Well, sure, but I just came back from the gym. That's why I got all
Oh, okay. All right. Got all his Under Armour on and shit.
Looking like Little Miz. What's going on?
You couldn't look like a better little person, baby. Go to the gym make boys into men.
All right. But I guess you guys were just talking about the expectations for the preseason game coming up on Saturday, and I want to see what this O-line looks like. I prefer that they put Schlodman in at center if what's his face John Michael Schmitz can't go. So I'd like to see the O-line at least be solid because this is an interesting front four. I think they got
Danielle
they
Hunter.
drafted edge rusher, and then they also got Danielle Hunter. So they're no team to take for granted, and they have a solid defense overall. I mean, they played Pittsburgh really well last week, and then this defense going up against this offense with C.J. Stroud, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs. I'm really going to like that, unless they don't play their starters, which, again, I don't know what DeMeco Ryans' philosophy is going to be. And I also want to see what Daniel Jones looks like off of this ACL. I don't think Neighbors will play. I could be wrong, but, just hopefully he shows some improvement, but we won't really see that in a bigger sample size till the regular season.
Yep.
All right. Coach, if you're there, what you got? Oh, Coach pulled a Miz on us. Okay. All right, Miz, what you got?
Oh, this is what I want to see. I want to see Daniel Jones light the Vikings up to shreds in week 1, and most of the hating young fan base's worst nightmare comes true, and the Miz comes into the space and terrorizes the shit out of people, because that's what's going to happen.
Woo! Well, at least he let you know, let it be known before he does it. Jay-Lay, what you got?
I'm looking for the. I mean, I'm just looking to the preseason. You know, they're playing the Texans this next preseason game. I'm wondering if they, they last time they had the starting DBs out there. I wonder if they, I want to see how they play against Tank Dell and all of them. You know, those Nico Collins and all that. I want to see how they play against some more, some good competition, some little speed guys. So I want to see that. I want to see this O line to continue to improve. I'm excited to see what's going on with Evan Neal and how he does at guard or what they're going to do because this regular season's coming up quick and this O line needs to be. You don't want to be going into the offensive. I mean to the regular season with a new set of five. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep the same guys in there. So I'm just happy football's back. The Giants are looking good. It's still preseason, so don't want to get too happy, but give Malik Neighbors the ball.
Jayla, you gonna go to the game in Houston?
Man, I want to. I'm thinking about just running out there, but it's only like a $50 for a standing room. So I mean, I'll go up there and just spend $50 and go watch the game real quick. If I do, and if I do, I'm a call in live from the game.
Okay. Hey, NYG from the airport got his final words. He says, DJ, comeback player of the year. That's unpopular opinion for y'all. Facts. What I want to see is I just want to see more progression from this offensive line. See them get better. Want to see if JMS is getting better. I want to see the right side of the offensive line as far as Van Rotten and a light-skinned Jermaine get better. And let's see if the combination of John Runyon and and Andrew Thomas gives Daniel Jones even more comfort on the left side. Just want to see this offensive line progress because I know if this offensive line progresses as far as being better pass blockers and being better run blockers, this team will do well. So that's what I want to see. I know Malik Neighbors is going to do his thing. I know Jalen Hyatt and Wan'Dale Robinson and those guys will be able to do their thing if they have the time to get into their routes. So I'm not worried about that. And DJ, I'm not worried about DJ. DJ gonna go out there and play his best. If not, we'll have another quarterback in 2026 or 2025. So I'm not worried about that either. This is not a DJ, love DJ podcast or whatever. This is just I love the New York Giants and I want to see them do well no matter who has that jersey on. I want you to do well. And that's all there is to it. So it is what it is. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in, man. The Giants Conversations ran by your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. Had to fill in for NYG. He had an ankle sprain, so he couldn't go today. So that's what teammates are for, man. And we pick each other up when the other person's down.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Corey.
Before we go, Pat, did anybody mention that Beavers looked good last week?
Yeah, Beavers did look good last week.
So that's somebody to watch from preseason.
For sure.
And,
I forgot
Johnson,
about that.
Deontay Johnson looks like a beast. So we have a good linebacker core as well. A little underrated linebacker core because McFadden and Bobby O, you already know what they about. But if Johnson can come in and Beavers can come in and give us some valuable reps throughout the season, that would be very dope as well. But hey, Alex, flux your guns on them real quick before we get out of here, man.
Hey,
let's go.
Coming along.
Oh shit!
All right, man. Thank everybody.
Get the guns out.
Right.
And make sure you hit that like and subscribe
I'm
button.
gonna show you a real fucking gun, brother.
Boom!
There it goes. That's a bazooka right there.
Hey man, I got a little 38 special. That's it. Little pow.
Biz gonna put up the 13-inch pythons on
I'm ready, bro. Send me out there next to Beavers. Let's go. I want
But appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for tuning in. Until the next episode, y'all know what it is, man. Peace. Oh shoot, they won't let me in the stream. Coach, go out there in the stream. What's going on?
Coach, we can't in the stream.